Okay. Is everyone ready?
I'm ready.
I'm as ready as I will ever be.
I'm ready. Help.
Hate it. You find yourselves on the outskirts of a swamp known as the Mere of Dead Men that you may remember from the initial campaign.
Ah, fuck.
You are brought together by one single strand of shared fate. You all, for one reason or another, are known by the overlord of this region and are marked for death. Surviving such mark has brought you together as there is safety in number and has bonded you with a shared fear and a shared hope. The legend of an item known as the White Dragon Mask, fabled to be part of a set of masks that legend says wield even more power when united together as one. The White Dragon Mask alone is fabled to have the power to influence white dragons, sway their decisions in your favour, and perhaps even control them if wielded correctly. In a land ruled by a white dragon that wants you all dead, it seems for one reason or another you're united with the shared goal of finding this mask and using it to reshape your fates. I will now ask everyone to introduce their characters in the fairest order there is. Last person in first. So, Niles?
That's not fair. I had work. Okay. So he is a humanoid warforged. So he's pretty lanky. He's got pretty skinny appendages. And you can see they're like pretty like tattered and worn. Like there's bits that have been replaced and hastily welded together and dinged up and scratched up and all sorts. He's pretty heavily cloaked in like thick clothes, like furs and like cloths and stuff. And in his head, he's got like this one central blue eye that glows like a faint blue. And with him on his shoulder, he has a small dragonoid companion who is a blue color, and seems to spark every now and again.
Okay, next in was Basker.
Alrighty, in front of you is standing a small, lithe little kobold, standing about 2 foot 10 inches tall, weighing around 30-ish pounds. His scales are copper in coloration, and he's sporting some green reptilian eyes. He has... What is going on with this token that keeps popping in the background? This is insanity.
What part of his face is that?
I'm deleting it as well, and it keeps coming back. Like, the incorrect token just will not die.
Is he a spirit barbarian, perchance?
No, he's not a spirit barbarian. Something that is suspicious about this kobold is, not all over the place, but every so often smattered across his scales feels like there's a little tuft of fur that shouldn't quite be there. There's not really any kind of pattern to it. It's just occasionally, if you look really closely, if you get the opportunity to see his skin, there's tufts of fur down there. He's wearing some studded leather armor, carrying a sword, or not a sword, excuse me, a spear and a shield. And that's as much as I've thought of at this moment in time.
Okay. So no skull helmet as in the token?
I would love for that to be real.
Yeah, I mean, it's your character.
Yes, there's a skull helmet, just like in the token.
Okay.
What about the tail?
What about the tail? Typical ornamentation, truncated a little short, like maybe it got bitten off at one point in the distant past.
Do kobolds usually have tails?
Yes.
Really?
Lizard tails. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
And last but not least, Candy.
Nope.
Candy is very small tiefling, like 5'5". She looks like she is like late teens, early 20s. Very pale skin, very reddish eyes. She's got little tiefling horns and like kind of a slender skin tail. Like it's very lithe, but and then she's wearing like very modern clothes, like
It's in modern day.
yes,
current
it's like
time period.
earth clothes. She's got like
Yeah.
like kind of like a t-shirt with like a corset and then like leggings, like literally leggings from a store, and then she's got a bunny backpack. Like she just looks like she came from Earth, but for some reason is in Faerun and is part devil. That's probably mostly it. She's got a lot of little trinkety things all over her person.
Are there any, like, obvious weapons, or...
Yeah, she's got daggers on both of her sides, and then, like potions and stuff around a belt and stuff like that. She's kind of like
Excellent.
adorned all over.
Okay. So, with character introduction settled, you find yourselves in a hidden shack obscured from view up a tree. The shack seems to have been shaped by magic to appear on the outside like just the normal, like, leaves of a tree. But once you climb up there, you find, like, a hidden hovel with very little light in it because, obviously, all of the windows would be shielded by leaves, so you can't really see it in or out. It's very dim, and there is enough space for, like, a single person to dwell in it, but not for all of you. So you are squeezed into this tiny space. And inside it, you find your contact in this swamp, one Furnace Graves, who is a fairly lanky, like 6'2", very lean blue tiefling man with a very neat white beard and like white coiffed hair. He's wearing like a dress shirt, like a modern day dress shirt, waistcoat, slacks. He's got a pocket watch in his hand and is sitting at the one chair in this place. There is nowhere for any of the rest of you to sit down. Furnace also not a particularly ugly guy, but he does have like cracks over his face, almost like he's been made out of like porcelain or something and has just cracked over time, which has led to like scarring inside the cracks that is just like ash and black in there, which is weird because that's not the normal color for scarring, and you'd assume in a very like light blue tiefling like him it would be kind of like white, but it's not. It's very dark scarring, so it shows up very easily. He's smoking a pipe and sitting in the one table in this little hovel that has a load of magic items on it, and as soon as you come in he greets you all and basically just motions to the table. Like, that is the first thing he does before really getting down to business. He motions you to... Sorry. There are 6 potions on the table, a palm-sized figurine of an anvil, a crossbow with no arms on it and no string, but the head of a dragon at the front of it, and a what looks like hangman's noose that's just like cut off at a certain point. And I'm going to just reveal these magic items to you so that you can figure out who wants what. So your first decision as a party is to decide who gets what of these. The potions are all the same.
So did we all walk in at the same time? Is that how we met?
You have known each other through your combined backstory, as I mentioned, but it's like this is your first like mission together. So you can decide how much you know of each other or how little you know of each other. You could have met very, very shortly ago, and one of you, probably Candy, based on backstory, mentioned that like you've got a thing to get you out of the situation you're in, or you could have been traveling together for a really long time, and this just suddenly came up. All of the magic items on the table have little tags that explain exactly what they're doing. So there's no need to identify them or any of that. They're just sitting there with little tags. And Furnace is like sitting in the corner smoking his pipe, just kind of waiting for you all to shuffle in and sit down and take what you need.
It's very hard to get into character when I'm supposed to know these people, but we haven't even roleplayed.
Well, if it's easier, you can say this is like the first time you're really meeting.
I think that Hazel's a bit of a lone wolf. I think this is probably the first time he's meeting you two.
Okay. Then let's say it's the first time you guys are meeting in this situation and like don't really know each other and need to get acquainted.
But why were we sent here for items? I don't understand.
You have been sent here, and Furnace is going to explain more, but you've been sent here for a mission, and there's been a legend of a white dragon
Yeah,
mask
I know
that
that
can
part,
possibly
but why did I don't understand why we're here with furnace and magical items.
because Furnace is going to give you the details of the mission. He is your handler, but right now he's busy smoking his pipe and is handing out what he thinks you'll need to succeed on this very difficult and dangerous mission.
Is that what he says? Because right now he's just sitting there smoking and there's items and he's pointed at the table. That doesn't...
Yep. Furnace is currently just kind of sitting in the background. He should be a lot more verbal about this, but you can tell he's just like a little bit... He's a little bit worn out. If you interact with him, he might explain more, but he's not being particularly forthcoming with information right now. He seems to be very happy to sit in the back and smoke his pipe while you guys figure out what items are on the table.
So Furnace is our contact. Is Furnace somebody that we've encountered before, or is it just like we know Dennis and Dennis knows Furnace, like one of those kind of friend of a friend things?
It's definitely a friend of a friend thing. Like,
Okay.
you don't know Furnace particularly well. You were given the location of his tree, and he's not freaked out at seeing you and is just motioning to a table of magic items. So it almost seems like Furnace thinks you guys know more than you do. Because he seems to be acting like you know what's up, but no one's explained anything to you guys at this stage.
Is he facing the table with all the items?
He is facing the table.
Is there anything else in this place?
There's like a little shelf. There's a little like nook with like a tea set on it, like a very basic tea set. And like the nook has like a couple of books and a plate and a knife and fork. Like you can tell this is where he lives, but it's a very like small space, so there's not much going on. This just seems to be his dwelling.
I'm like walking around the room, like looking at all that stuff then, casually.
Mm-hmm. It takes you like a minute or two because there is so little space and so little going on in this room. But in observing the room, you do notice that like there's windows on this place, despite the fact that no light can get in because of the tree outside, which is very strange. Like, it's really weird to construct a place with windows when there's no light able to get to those windows.
And to clarify, are we in the Mirror of Dead Men, or is that where the mask is supposedly at?
It's both where you are, you're just in the, like, edge of the mere, like, up a tree.
Okay.
And the mask is deeper into the mere, and Furnace is supposed to be giving you directions, but he hasn't yet. In fact, Furnace is supposed to be doing a lot of things, and is just kind of sitting there smoking his pipe at the moment.
I think I'm going to pick up the cannon.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask, where are we headed?
And at this, like, Furnace sets his little pipe down on the table and takes, like, a big, deep breath inward. And then when he exhales, he doesn't exhale smoke like you might imagine as someone's been smoking a pipe, like, the entire time you've got in. He exhales just mist, which is really weird, because
He's
where the
got
fuck
vape.
did that smoke go? It's not necessarily a vape. It doesn't smell of anything. Like, the pipe smelled of tobacco as he was smoking it, but his exhalation smelled of, like, nothing. And...
I'm like, as he's exhaling it, I'm like kind of waving my hand in front of the air to like break up the smoke.
Yeah,
Disappointedly.
It's very cold. Like, the mist that you're waving your hand through is very, very cold. Anyway, so Furnace looks to you all and then, like, kind of cocks his head and is like, I was kind of expecting more. Is it just the three of you then?
I look left to the kobold and I look right to the small tiefling girl, and I say, "Appears so."
I was expecting more
fuck me.
directions too.
Okay. Right, so you guys will be heading to Castle Naotar. It's a bit deeper into the swamp. I can give you a map, directions, all that kind of stuff. We don't know exactly where in the castle the crown is. So your mission is to infiltrate the castle, learn the whereabouts of the crown hidden in there. It's likely known by the head paladin inside where the crown is.
I'm sorry. We're looking for a mask? Do you have the wrong
Mask.
information?
Crown, same diff.
Hmm. And
He rubs under the bridge of his nose.
I'm gonna take the bitter brew off the table and slip it into my pick.
There are in fact 6 bitter brews.
I take all 6.
Okay, so Candy just starts scooping up bitter brews.
Yeah, as you start to take the third one, Ikrit's gonna reach out and grab your hand, and he's gonna say, "There's 3 of us, 2 each."
I guess.
He'll
And
let go of your hand.
I walk away, only having taken 2.
Right, so yeah, mask, whereabouts likely known by the head paladin. There's also a command phrase you're going to need for a teleportation circle that is hidden somewhere. We don't have that information either, but we know there's a command phrase for a teleportation circle. The location of the circle and the command phrase likely known by the leader of the Grungs in there. So your job, get in, steal the crown, escape via the teleportation circle. Simple enough.
Must we escape with teleportation circle? Is returning on foot not possible?
I mean, it's possible, but the point is, we believe that as soon as the mask is removed, the head honcho is going to show up, wings and all.
Okay.
So we
Is
think
it a
it's
mask
a better.
or is it a crown?
I don't fucking know. I've never seen the thing. All right, I'm just an information broker.
You're a pretty bad one at that.
Where does the teleportation circle go?
Well, we think it goes to a cabin.
What? Where?
From what we understand, elsewhere in Faerun, where we should be able to meet you there once you go.
Any expected hostiles at this cabin?
I mean, we've got a team working on clearing out the cabin, but we're going to try and do it as you're getting into the castle, so it all happens at once and no red flags are being raised either side. So it's going to be 2 ops running simultaneously. You're in, they're in, job done.
No way that can get fucked up. And Ikrit will grab the leash off the table.
What's stopping them from following us through the circle?
I mean, knowledge, really. So you got to do it sneakily or kill them.
That's fine by me.
And from what we understand, most of the troops in the castle don't know the phrase. It's really like the leaders, the head honchos that do. So if you get the teleportation phrase, then murder the leaders, which would be ideal, then they can't follow you. If you do it sneakily so they don't know how you've escaped, then they're probably not going to assume the teleportation circle. It's up to you when you get in there.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
I pick up the little anvil and I hold it out to him.
Mhm.
How is this supposed to be useful?
Well, if you're trying to flee through a door and you don't want that door to open, it'd really help if you could put something fucking heavy in front of the door at a moment's notice, wouldn't it?
It would, but this is the size of my thumb.
Yep.
I set it back down on the table.
Look. On the little tag, like on the string attached to it, there's a command word, right? If you say that in here and break my fucking house, I'm going to fireball the lot of you. But if you say the thing on the card, it grows. Anvil size. Don't do it here.
Oh, they have cards on them? That was not communicated.
I thought I communicated that earlier as to like what they do, but if I wasn't clear, they all have little like cards with strings attached to them, so all of the description of the items and what they accomplish are written on them.
Okay. I grip onto my bunny backpack straps and I head out the door.
Excellent. It's a climb straight down the trunk of the tree, so it's not like you can just exit the house. You have to start climbing down.
Can
So
I? How
Candy's on
high
her
is
way out.
it?
It's a fairly big tree, so it's like a 30-second climb.
Can I like jump?
Yeah, if you want to jump, you can jump.
Jump from branch to branch, like ninja style?
Yeah, fuck it. Make me an acrobatics check.
No, it's a trap. Don't do it.
Probably.
Oh shit.
26. Yeah, Candy exits the house and just jumps from branch to branch to branch until she is almost all the way down, and then executes a wonderful acrobatic maneuver to hit the ground, like do a little roll and be up on her feet and on her way. No problem whatsoever.
And who did you say had the command word for the teleportation circle?
That would be the leader of the Grungs.
And who were they?
Grungs are frogmen. Horrible things.
Okay. And let's see this map.
Okay, then Furnace hands you a map of like, it's very zoomed in. It's literally just the Mirror of Dead Men and a path from where you are to the castle.
I
When you
like
get
look
there,
at it.
burn the map, because I don't want them using it to trace you back to me.
I look at it and like this like beam of light comes from my central eye and just scans it over, and then I go, okay, that's fine, and then I head off.
Okay. You're not going to take the map?
Let me bark an ability. Oh, bam!
Barky.
There you go. I'm just not gonna say anything.
Ah,
Okay. All right.
cool.
I like how you've themed that. Good job.
And how I leave the tree is I just like stick my dagger into the side of it and slide down.
You're killing the
Make me-
tree!
Make me an athletics check.
Damn.
There you
All
go.
right. You stab into the tree and just slide all the way down, leaving like a giant gash in the side of the tree.
I hear
Ikri,
this
what-
and I like look back.
Did you take any potions, by the way, Hazel?
Oh yeah, I would have taken the 2 that were left for me. My bad.
Okay. I'm really confused, Basker, because I see the token still appearing, but the last time it did, I put it on the GM layer and moved it because I was like, aha, you can't do anything with it now, and somehow it still came back.
I just have god powers for trolling, I guess. I don't know. Whatever's happening, be happening. Watch, if we switch tokens, the one that's currently here that we're trying to use correctly will show up in the background.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Amazing.
Anyway.
As everyone leaves, it's just me and Furnace left.
Mm-hmm.
Icarus gonna look at Furnace and is gonna say, "Man, I think we're totally fucked. Do you have another?"
As far as I know, you fucked either way, mate.
Absolutely. Say, I might need that where I'm going. Mind lending me your pipe?
I'm keeping the pipe.
You have a spare?
No.
Son of a bitch. And Icarus gonna pop his wings out and then just kind of float down to the ground.
Did anyone take the portable anvil?
No.
I didn't.
Oh, if it wasn't taken, then I'll take the portable anvil just to have something.
Okay, and what about, because there were, Candy took 2 bitter brews.
I took 2.
We all took 2,
I think we've all
and
got
then
2,
Basker
yeah.
took the anvil and the noose, and then the
Okay.
big guy took the gun.
Yeah, perfect. So do put those on your character sheets if you have them.
Yep. Basker also took the map, I think.
Yes?
I
I
don't
scanned
know.
the map, I didn't take it.
I was
So.
going to say, Hazel scanned the map, but I don't know if anyone did take it. Because
For some reason,
Furnace
I
was
thought-
like, the map needs to be burned.
Oh.
Because he doesn't want them tracing the map back to his location.
As a robot guy lands, Candy's gonna wait and, like, walk with him. And be like, so what's your name, big guy?
I am designated H4ZL.
H4Z. Can I just call you Zell?
If you so desire.
Awesome.
And this is my pet. And I bring forward a Desperado.
And their name
And the little-
is...
Desperado.
I'm gonna call them Des.
Again, totally fine.
What is with all the beeping? What is happening?
It's Basker's phone. I have
Very
no idea.
unprofessional
What the-
basket.
I was just imagining it was the sounds Hazel was making.
Weird. Somehow my noise suppression ticked itself off. Shouldn't be a problem again.
It's just, like, constant.
What about your name, little lady?
You can call me Candy.
Candy. Well met, Candy.
I think at this point is when Icrid, like, parachutes down.
What? Well met what?
Our meeting.
What?
It was well met.
Okay.
What about you, lizard person? What's your name?
They call me Icrid.
You look like a squirrel.
You've clearly never seen a squirrel.
I've seen squirrels all the time.
Squirrels have fur. I have scales. And a tail.
Your tail looks like a squirrel.
He'll hold his tail forward, and it's kind of got this like rounded nub on the end with like tooth marks and drag marks from where it looked like it was like partially eaten or grabbed on at some point in the past. No fur, not squirrel. Who are you people? What's your history?
I start walking. Stuck on a mission with big guy and a little guy.
Years ago, I served I just start going on about how I've served some noble, like, gnome, who maintained me, and how I, was basically his butler. I just start going on and on about the specifics of, like, how I used to clean his closet and bring him tea, and it's a whole lot of, like, nothing really.
Oh no.
Zell drones on and on and on and makes the journey feel like it's taking fucking forever. And as you guys are about... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, about 5 minutes into that, I stop. Like, just straight stop. pull my backpack off, set it down on like a rock or something, pull out a little flask, put my backpack on, and I start drinking as we go. And I
Okay,
start
perfect.
going, uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay. It hits the point where, like, you're just saying aha, and you can hear Zella's still speaking, but, like, it's just a droning rhythm to you at this point. You're, like, taking in none of the words.
Yep.
That, like, it's so mind-numbing. So mind-numbing that you don't even notice that you've reached your location and are struck with the sight of Castle Neatar.
How far out from the tree is this? Like, how long have we been tracking for?
It's a couple hours away.
A couple hours,
on
okay.
foot.
So at this point, I would have attuned to the leash, as insulting as that is.
Absolutely.
You have to have it around your
all
neck, too.
attuned to your magic
That's
items,
funny.
yep.
Well, it needs to be visible in order to be used, but like I can get it
Mm.
tucked into the clothing.
Yes, but here's the difficulty. It's like a full-size noose and you're a kobold, so like the middle wrap is like the size of your torso.
You could wear it as a belt, maybe.
You can tighten nooses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slip
Yeah,
knot,
just
but it's
tighten
How-
it around your neck.
Okay, it took us that many hours to get here, and I've been drinking the whole time. Would I need to do any saves?
No, you just have disadvantage on all skill checks right now.
No!
just drunk as fuck.
Yeah, you're just fucking drunk. You
I,
have disadvantage on all skill checks.
like,
It's not like we're gonna have to make any skill checks, like, you know, stealth or anything right now.
Yeah.
so,
Yeah,
like,
good thing
towards
we're not
the end...
infiltrating a castle.
Towards the end of us getting here, I'm actually, like, I seem more invested in what Zell's been telling me, like,
Mhm.
as it's gone on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm happier.
Excellent. So you're at the, like, you can see the castle for here. You can see the ground floor, and it is muddy as hell, and there are like huts, and there's a pen, and like there's all sorts of weirdness going on here. I'm gonna move you guys to a map. So here we go.
Is there smoke coming out of it, like it shows in the thing?
Yeah, it's definitely occupied. There is indeed smoke coming out of it.
Oh dear. Okay.
So got a candy.
Where?
Icrid.
Where?
Once everyone's on the map,
Oh,
I will show you.
Jeez, this map is huge.
This
Yeah, I
map
was
is
looking for
fucking
us.
huge. So this map is gigantic. It's a castle, and this is just the first like floor.
Well,
So,
here we are.
to your right, everyone, is a load of pens. Forward ahead is like a giant castle with a moat, and then to the left is a load of what look like mud huts. This
It'd be safe to
castle,
say, sorry, that like we're hugging like the tree line, so we're like here or here, maybe.
I mean, I've just put you on the map, but
Okay.
you can decide. Like, I'm not going to be like, no, they've seen you because you're so
Yeah,
close. 'Cause
okay.
I put you there. You can make whatever decisions as to how you're approaching you would like. Right now, I'm just giving you the lay of the land. So this
Okay.
place is a castle with a moat where, for whatever reason, it looks like the swamp has kind of overtaken it, and like the water level is too high. It's no longer a moat. Like the water almost looks like it's seeping into the castle, and there's like muddy marsh all around here. Those of you with high perception, which is a couple of you, may notice the occasional movement of like scaled figures going between the huts, but you can't make out what is what from here. You can just see movement and occasionally scales.
What is it? Does it? So I'm a kobold. Does it? Is there the air of kobold in the air? Like if I were to use my heightened sniffer,
You're
would you be
sniffing
able
for
to
kobolds?
Yeah, make me a sniff for kobolds check. I'm assuming that would be wisdom perception.
Yeah. Let me just do this real quick. Make that a toggle.
Do you
Perception.
have any bonuses to this if trying to track something with smell?
Advantage.
Excellent.
So that's an 18.
That is my roll 20 has immediately stopped responding now that we've gotten into this. This is wonderful. Okay, an 18. So the things you detect in the air, you detect frog, you detect lizard, but you can't tell what kind. But you're not getting like specific kobold funk. And also, you are a kobold. You know this is not the kind of dwelling that like kobolds don't make huts. Kobolds don't like make houses. Kobolds go underground and trap the shit out of stuff. Kobolds don't generally move into swamps. Swamps is more of a lizard folk thing. That's where lizard folk live.
What's up,
Mm.
little guy?
I smell frogs and lizard folk. I didn't catch any smell from like the animal pens, did I?
Lizard smell.
More lizards in animal pens. Very interesting.
They did say grunts is where we're having to deal with.
Yes, grungs indeed, which are a
Frog
type
people?
type of frog person. So if you're smelling frog, that might be why.
I put my flask away back in my pack.
Have you been drinking the whole time?
Have you been drinking the whole time? You're the one that smells lizards and frogs.
I'm just good at smelling things. We're coming up into a hostile situation. I'd like to be aware of what's happening.
I'm
And
good at
no, you
stabbing
never offered me a
things.
drink.
Do you want a drink?
Well, not now.
There is a time and a place. This is neither. We need to start formulating a plan. I think we should head after the leader of the Grungs first to try and secure our escape route.
Well, if we start with the leader, he's most likely going to be surrounded with grunts. And if we're not quick enough, they will descend on us.
I mean,
That is true, but once we have the crown, everyone will be up in arms.
We need
Or
to locate the
mask.
crown first.
Or
Or
mask.
Or mask.
Yeah, Furnace really batting 1,000 there, getting us information.
Well, he's not the most reliable. I feel like I've done a deal with him before, but I can't remember.
What do you guys do?
What
What
are
are
you
your-
people?
What do you people do? Well, I mean, they are people, sort of, because I'm a kobold.
I do stuff like this. What do you do?
Okay. What are your talents in combat? Is that a better way to ask this question? I feel like you knew what I meant the whole time.
Pull out my daggers and kind of spin them in a fancy way.
Okay, so you stab things?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like lift the greatsword on my back, like out of its scabbard slightly. And I say, I swing this, and it tends to get the job done. And if not, little Desperado here has always got my back. And I give him a small pat. Crouch down.
Okay.
He like bleps his tongue out of his mouth, and
Yeah.
like it looks adorable until like it crackles with electricity like it's a fucking taser.
What do you do, little guy? And I point at Ingrid and then put my daggers away.
He's going to brandish his shield and spear and say, I like to get right up in there. I've also got a bow. I can fly.
Wait, so you're a tank?
What's a tank?
That's what I store my oils in.
You're like a meat shield.
Yes. I've done that plenty of times. I was hoping some of us had some magical acumen. Usually makes things a little easier.
This is just a
I
quick
know
go in and out.
little magic. Not much.
Speaking of magic, can I use my disguised self to make myself look like a frog person?
Have you ever seen a frog person before, or are you making this up as you go along?
It depends if Avarice has sent Candy on frog people missions.
Nope.
Frog quest.
This is your first frog person mission.
Then I just give myself as most frog. I mean, I know I have met frog people before in other situations on this character.
Okay.
I'm doing my best interpretation.
Alright, make me an intelligence check then. Let's see how well you do.
Oh, intelligence.
Yeah. 15? Okay, not bad. So, in front of you guys, Candy just turns into a frog person.
I have some magic. And then I start walking.
Which, by the way, is the most unnatural fucking thing you've ever seen, because frogs hop, and she is walking.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Do frog people walk? Do they jump? If you're gonna look if you're gonna walk the walk, if you're gonna talk if you're gonna look like a frog person,
I just at that point I keep walking.
Okay, Candy. So there's several things happening here. You're drunk. What's
Yep.
your footwear? Are you in heels?
Wait. Kenny's drunk. So does that mean that was a 7 instead of a 15?
Oh, yes, it does. I forgot about that.
Oh no!
Nice.
Alright, so it's a terrible frog outfit. You look awful.
She is probably in somewhat heels, not like stilettos, but like
Yeah.
like 5 inches.
Like platforms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But her feet look like frogs right now.
Yeah. So you're drunk.
Mhm.
You're in marshland that is like muddy as hell.
Yeah.
You're in heels.
Yep.
You look like a frog. You are slipping all over the place trying to walk. There may as well be clown music playing.
Benny Hill here.
Yeah.
That's fine. I keep walking.
Ichard's gonna look at Hazel, and he's like, what do we do about that?
Well,
Uh,
I'm going to cast this.
But
I'm gonna send Desperado to just try and sheep herd her back into the bush.
so I'm trying to go, and this dragon just keeps walking in my way.
Yeah.
If you keep resisting, he will bite a loose bit of cloth on yourself and just try and
This-
pull you back.
I'm not an
Okay.
actual frog.
So he can't actually see any loose pieces of cloth because it's all frog illusion.
Oh,
now,
right.
Which
Okay.
makes it really difficult.
Okay. Well, I guess he is just gonna try and, push it back.
you would not believe it, but Ichard is face palming so hard right now.
I stop and turn. Zell, get a hold of your dog.
Perhaps we may want to discuss our method of infiltration before we put any plans into action.
We just go in and we'll figure it out.
It seems reckless to me.
There's no way we're gonna stealth in. Have you seen your giant ass?
Crouch in the bush. And that plus 10, 18. I'm basically gone.
So you guys watch Zell, and because he hasn't broken line of sight, he just crouches down in the bushes. Now, to be fair, he's wearing a coat that camouflages him in the bushes. So for anyone looking for him now, it might be pretty stealthy. For you guys, it's just a dude crouching in a bush.
Holy fuck, we're all gonna die. Okay. What time is it?
It's daylight,
It's broad daylight.
but you guys like you can take on this mission whenever you like. So like, there's no if you guys just want to wait until it's nighttime, you can absolutely do so.
Fucking Furnace said that, oh, there's a cooperative operation going on right now where you guys infiltrate over there. So it's like,
I mean, they might be scrying on us or something to. I don't know. There's no reason for us to assume that.
so I got Hazel's name. Who are you? And he points at Candy? The
I'm
frog?
sorry, were you not here during introductions? I'm Candy.
I believe he was up the tree.
There was a lot to take in. And I wasn't sure if the dragon was going to bite my tail. There's a little PTSD involved there.
Did you know each other?
No. Maybe not. I don't think so. But I'm familiar with its kind.
Well, what do you guys suggest for us to get in then?
I mean, we
Well-
could potentially leave it and try and count heads, so we know what we're going up against.
Little
Yeah.
scouting mission. Figure out
Moving it.
where we're going, where they keep the artifact that we're looking for.
That too. Maybe walking in through the front door isn't the wisest choice.
Maybe
As
that's what we'll
froggy
end up
as you
doing
may seem.
anyways. Oh, boo.
Fine. I walk back and, I don't know, lean against a tree or something. And drop my
There's
illusion.
bushes, but there's not necessarily trees.
Leaning against the bush.
I lean against the giant robot then.
Okay.
And I drop my frog illusion.
Excellent.
Okay, so that's 2 spells down for 4 feet of progress, sort of.
Well, I
Okay.
can keep this one going for a while, so we might as well make the use of it while we can.
Yeah, let's go bush to bush, I think. Count some heads, figure out where the main concentrations of the enemies are, and then see if there's a possible point of entrance into the castle.
I like this plan.
I'm indifferent.
Good enough for me. And Ikrid will try to stealth across the open gap here, assuming that everyone else is coming to go to these bushes across the way to get a peek into the animal pens.
Yeah, that's a follow from me and Desperado as well.
I go and I do not stealth.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Jesus. Okay. Okay. So I guess those of you making like going stealthily can make stealth checks if you want.
Feels
I'm
sort
just-
of unnecessary.
I'm just following with my arms
17, but it's
folded.
also in that one.
Okay.
30.
So Zell full eats shit on the way over. Like stealthy as you like just slips in a giant load of mud and like splash. Like
Smack my
face
head, have to
on
do a
the
full system reboot.
You don't smack your head because it's mud. It's just one of those things where you belly flop and there's that wet slap and then you just sink like an inch further down before you get yourself back up again. So you're fully covered in mud.
I don't
Ikrid-
get up, I crawl.
Ikrid, you get to the bush just fine. Look back to see like a little dragon thing like standing on top of, because he thinks it's a game, Zell, who is now crawling along the ground after a big slap, and Candy just casually walking with her like boots so deep into the mud.
That's
We're gonna
27 for
fucking
Desperado.
You're right, this is much better of a strategy.
Yeah, you know, I deserve that. I understand. Does it sound like anyone noticed the gigantic mechanical man plopping into the mud?
I mean, what you have noticed is, let's just see. So,
I'll say for hearing, I have a 21 passive.
yeah, well,
Damn.
you don't need a 21 passive to notice that like 2 gigantic fucking lizards have walked up to the edge of the pen, And like, the pen's not super closed, but they have gone to the edge of the pen and are doing that thing like dogs do, where they walk up to like the grate and not the open area and are staring at you guys through it.
I go over to greet them.
Okay. Make me a drunk animal handling check.
What? This is my best.
2. Okay. They hiss at you. Like, they both kind of like puff up and hiss at you.
Okay, when they hiss, I hiss back, and then I back up.
Which bush do we move to next?
And the kobold is sitting here watching all of this, going, "How do we always lose to you guys?"
What?
Like, kobold's getting massacred by adventurers all the time, and he's just watching this, going, "How?
Hmm.
How in the fuck do we ever lose?"
I go over and pat Ingrid's head. We won't fight, so you won't lose to me.
Dude, I've killed hundreds of you.
Me? Wait, we've met before?
If you were killing hundreds of us, you wouldn't keep losing.
Okay. Everyone make me a stealth check, and then after that, make me a perception check.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, leaves it again. Candy is a fucking ghost despite disadvantage.
Desperado.
I'm still pretty
16
casually
normal.
walking. Perception?
Yeah, perception. I know where you did another stealth check, Niles. You got a nat 1.
Oh no, that's Desperado.
Oh, right. Okay, perception 14, Icrid 16 is enough. 22 perception. Something about like going face down in the mud gives you the perspective, Hazel. The rest of you don't see it, as it's like pretty stealthy in the bush you're in, but you guys pretty much walk like right into a lizard folk who is just like hidden in this bush. But he doesn't immediately react to you guys. Like, you haven't walked directly into him, but you're like right in front of him. You can see his body, you can see his spear in his hand, but like he hasn't reacted to your presence yet, despite Zell eating shit right nearby.
I think Desperado. Hazel would signal to Desperado to try and do a takedown.
Okay, Candy, what were you trying to say?
I'm still trying to like catch up to Ingrid, saying, no, this is
You
really
just call me
important.
Ingrid?
Isn't that his name?
Ingrid, IK.
That's fine. I'm still trying to catch up
Ingrid.
to the little guy
Ingrid.
while saying, no, this is really important to me. Do I know you? As all this is happening.
Okay, Candy's trying to initiate a conversation with you, Icrid, while Desperado just leaps at this lizard folk, and a lizard folk and a little lizard like tumble out of the bush, loud as you fucking like, as this lizard folk is like, how does the takedown mechanic actually work?
It's not like a mechanic, it's just like an attack, basically.
Okay, so let's see.
So, bite.
Yeah, if you roll me said bite attack,
Whew.
I'm gonna put Mr. Lizard Folk here. A 10 does not hit.
Was Desperado hidden? Does Desperado have advantage on the attack?
No, this guy super saw you coming, because if you remember, Zell ate shit with a natural 1, the second stealth natural 1 so far of 2.
Yep.
So yeah, this guy and Desperado are kind of rolling around, grappling on the floor, and this lizard folk is going to call out in a kind of like frantic shit, like we're under attack kind of way in Draconic. Who here speaks Draconic?
I do.
Icrid
Not
does as well.
me.
Okay. So,
Desperado does.
Do not.
So Desperado and Icrid would know this lizard folk is yelling the words for hostile and attack kind of like over and over, trying to draw attention to himself.
Yeah, Icrid's gonna sprint forward and stab him twice with the spear. Oh,
Icrid's
if
going
unless
to
you're
initiative right now. That's what's happening.
copy that.
Did I
We
set
hadn't
up
asked for it yet,
advantage?
so I thought we were still out. Okay. So far, so first.
Just gonna.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, there we go. I have to do this one by one because I don't have my macro. All right, first combat of the game, going well already.
Going
Oh,
very
look at
well.
that.
That's not bad.
You guys are kind of in the middle. All right, so
In the middle. Yeah.
So we've got some lizard folk at the back who kind of like storm out here, brandishing spears and shields, but that is like full movement, and he's not even in range of anyone yet, despite like sprinting his full movement.
Sprinting.
And then we've got this guy who's just kind of like. Icrid actually did really well on his stealth, so you can make an opportunity attack against this guy if you like, Icrid, because like he can see the guy grappling the other guy, but the lizard grappling the other lizard.
Oh, man.
That is not a hit. But Hazel is the one that ate shit, so Hazel is the one that is most obvious to this man, despite being in a bush. So this lizard folk storms up to Hazel, or Zell. Then we've got the guy that is trying to fight off Desperado right now. Okay, so he's gonna bite, which is an 11 to hit, and stab with a javelin, which is a 6. So I don't believe either of those hit.
No. Hazel's tank, not Hazel. Desperado's tanky as well.
Okay. Hazel, it's now your go. You're prone.
Okay. I would like to unprone.
Okay.
I'm going to
Hazel unsits.
I will unlife you.
I'm going to shout over to Desperado. I'm going to tell him, look out on your flank. And then I'm going to take 2 swings at this dude with my greatsword.
Okay, go for it.
So 1, 2. Oh no.
Oh. Why are we
It's one of
rolling
them
so
characters.
bad?
I mean, because he's trying to use Great Weapon Master, so
That
he
is
should be
true.
attacking at +7. He's attacking at +2. If he hits, it'll do a ton of damage. But you see, like Zell really line up these hits and like charge a load of power into the swings, but it makes them really slow. And this lizard folk just like leans to the side and then leans to the other side, and like you telegraph those hits way too much. And lizard folk are pretty nimble on their feet, so no contact there.
And then I'm gonna 15 feet I can move because I stood up, so I'm gonna to there. And I'll take the opportunity attack because I'm Niles.
Okay. Does Desperado go after your turn?
Yeah, he goes after my turn, yeah. So I commanded him.
Okay, that's a 21 to hit for 8 bludgeoning with a great club. This guy takes basically a massive tree branch off his back and thwacks you.
Let me check
Oh.
for pass without trace.
Is it K-Bird?
That's
Is
gone.
What?
Amazing. Is it
Uh,
what, sorry, Candy?
Is it a K-Bird pull?
I don't know.
Last night, the Scottish thing.
Yeah, the Scottish pole.
caber,
Yeah,
like the
it's a
thing they
caber
throw.
tossing thing.
Caber toss.
Thing
Yeah.
that Dan must do every day.
The
I
lizard
guess.
folk are not Scottish, no.
Just got little kilts on.
There could be some lizard folk that are Scottish.
No, lizard folk mostly just talk like this.
Oh no, I hate them.
I hate that. Desperado moves and bites this dude's ass.
Okay, what was that, Zell?
Desperado moves there and bites that dude's ass in between us two.
Okay.
Bam. For 6 piercing.
6 hole piercing. I think that's the
Nice.
first damage done to the lizard folk so far.
Ah, bug.
What?
There's a bug in my room. It flew right in front of my face.
Is it a cool one?
No.
That's a shame.
Anyway, is that your turn, Zell?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna change your tokens because that's your name now.
All right.
Anyway, Icrid, it's your turn.
I'd like to imagine, because Icrid's so small that, like, while he was stealthing through the bushes, he wasn't crouching like everyone else. He was just walking fully upright.
Mm.
So he's going to, like, crack his neck, walk out of the bushes nice and slow. I mean, it's only 15 feet, so he's going to use, like, his whole movement to get there walking at half speed. He's going to crack his neck back and forth. He's going to drop his spear, and he's going to transform.
Mhm.
And so, like, as he takes steps, his scales are going to begin, like, or his limbs are going to extend out. First his arms, then his legs, then his torso starts to expand. And where his form actually starts to expand, the scales don't continue. It goes from this scaly mass that was at one point a kobold, and as the limbs extend, they turn into this copper-colored fur as his talons grow, and his body actually grows from a small creature to a medium creature as he transforms into a kobold werewolf.
So, like, mostly werewolf, but, like, still with scales. And, like, he has the same amount of scales, but where, like, the scales have stretched apart, there is now werewolf fur coming through.
Yeah, so it's like where the limbs grow bigger, it grows in as werewolf fur. So, like,
Yeah.
the main core body of the original kobold is there, with, like, little bits of patchy fur that have grown in between the scales and some of his torso and some of his physicality.
Cobalt
Still
Mario.
wearing a skull.
Still wearing the skull, still wearing the studded leather armor,
And the noose.
still wielding the shield,
Hmm.
just no spear now. And he's going to lay into this lizard folk.
An 18 and a 24 both hit. Thank God you were attacking with Desperado's help.
Yes, absolutely.
Damn.
Alright, so yeah, that would have been no damage whatsoever, but instead you just murder this
Like
creature.
Desperado's like getting under his feet so he can't like position himself.
Do you attack lethally?
Oh yeah.
Okay, perfect. That activates your special ability of your magic item.
Yep.
So you immediately frenzy.
Yes.
Immediately.
But I'm out of attacks. So do I get another attack?
Yeah, that's the way frenzy works.
Oh, beautiful. So in that case, we're gonna move up to this other lizard folk. And so how do the friends? Is it with just one more attack, or is it a full other attack action?
I believe it's mentioned in your frenzy text. So
If you have extra attack, you can choose whether or not to use it for the frenzied attack.
Yep.
All right, so no advantage here because
Nope,
there's no flanking.
advantage.
Okay. 22 and a 15
Yep, those hit.
for 10 and 13 damage.
Damn.
So 23 fucking points of damage.
Obliterated.
He is dead.
And I can't frenzy again, right?
Does it say that?
I don't know. It's a new class to me.
Well, it's part of the magic item, right? So
So it's extra. It's even newer to me.
killing a creature while in hybrid form activates your bloodlust feature immediately. However, if no hostile creature remains, you may instead choose to begin to loudly and messily consume the corpse of said creature rather than attack an ally. I mean, do you see a hostile around?
I mean, this guy isn't hiding, is he?
No, he is not. Did you just kill a creature?
I just did.
Alright, well, keep going.
Fucking
Jesus.
My God. What is this snowball bullshit?
This is
Evisceration
full-on
death.
fucking werewolf. That's what's happening. Your teammate just turned into a werewolf and started mauling things. Yep. So one of those hits.
all right for 11.
An 11, which unfortunately breaks the chain that you were on. But 6 seconds that took. He murdered 2 and leaped on a 3rd.
How do you keep losing to us?
Mind you, there may be more.
Okay.
And that'll end the turn.
Yeah, that's your turn, definitely.
That's a turn.
It is.
Ignoring-
Candy.
Ignoring my question, but answering the big guy, I pull out my daggers. And try to stab this guy?
Okay. 27 definitely hits.
And do I get a sneak attack from that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Alright, so Candy just casually walks behind that guy and ends him. How does Candy, like, execute with her daggers?
Very annoyed, but casual, because she's, like, staring at the werewolf guy, because she was trying to have a conversation, and then he went fucking apeshit and ran around and killed everybody in 2 seconds, so then she just comes up behind and kills him, and then goes back over here.
Yeah, so very casual with Candy, almost like she just walked around the back of this guy, and Ikarid, you don't really know what happened, but, like, he dropped dead, and there's, like, a big, like, bloody wound in his back, and she's just, like, casually sauntering past.
Are there any more?
You can hear more moving, even though some of them aren't, like, visible to you yet, but you can see one for sure.
I would prepare for there to be more.
I still have a bonus action.
You
How
do.
far did I move?
Not that far.
Where was I? Was I here?
Yeah, you've moved 30.
Yeah, it looks like you've moved 30 then.
I'm just gonna run up here then.
Excellent. Okay.
Daggers ready.
And you have both daggers drawn.
Yeah.
Okay. So this means we move on to the lizard folks pouring out of the huts. So we get this guy that comes over here. He is going to huck a spear. Or a javelin, really, but he's going to huck a javelin at Candy because she is closest. There's a 23 to hit for 8 piercing damage.
Mhm.
I believe as a rogue you have a reaction you can do to
Yeah,
reduce
but there's a
damage from
lot of
attack roll.
turns coming, so I can only use that on one. So if something hits me
Okay.
hard, I'm gonna use it.
Fair enough. That moves us to the next guy doing much the same, coming out here.
Because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, still closest to Candy, so they are focusing on you. That's another javelin coming your way. That is a 15 to hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that one.
Well, that not 15 damage, 15 to hit.
Oh, well. Why do you... You know my AC, why do you bother?
So that's the way I always narrate it in case someone has a reaction they want to pull to up their AC.
I see.
This guy is actually going to run into melee with you. He's coming in with one of those big old heavy clubs and his teeth. So that is a 14 to hit. And a nat 20 for 10 damage.
Yeah, I'll have that one.
Okay. So you only take 5.
That's my reaction, uncanny dodge.
Yep. Wait. I already moved that guy. Alright, I must have done them out of order. I'm not even seeing this lizard folk on the board. Oh,
He's
he's
down.
all the way at the
The
bottom.
order?
He's down,
Yeah, way down here.
Okay, so he can run out into here, but he can't make an attack because that is his full like sprint. So he's just sprinting into battle. This guy is dead. This guy is dead. And then it's Zell's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to. What can I do? Sure, I'm just gonna start. hacking into this line of guy, like this line of dudes right here. So I'm going to be sensible and not great weapon master because that's not gone well for me. Go bam. 21.
Yeah, that's definitely hit.
Bam for 12.
12 damage. All right. That takes a huge gash into him, but doesn't take him down. He kind of like spins with it, and that's a nat 20. So he is fucking dead. Now, if you have
Shit.
Great Weapon Master, that triggers a thing.
That
doesn't
is
it?
true, yeah, it does. It triggers the thing that everyone forgets about. And I'll move to there.
I did not. So similarly to Ikrid, when he took down a foe, you move in and make another attack.
I'll Great Weapon Master this one. Nah, 12.
12 is not good enough.
And that'll be me. Oh, and
Okay.
Desperado will move to there to help Candy out.
Okay, is Desperado also going to attack or just move?
No, he can't because I didn't bonus action to tell him to. He can only dodge action if I don't tell him to do anything.
Righto. Okay, Ikrid.
Alrighty, seeing how the place that I was going to move now has a fucking puppy in it. We're going to come up here, casually walk past the one that's assaulting Candy, and then on the way, I'm going to activate the Crimson Right, doing a d6 of damage to myself. 1d6. 1 damage, perfect. So 1 damage to me to empower my melee attacks with lightning.
Okay. And what does this look like? Are you just like drawing a claw across your chest, or?
Oh, yeah. So in my mind, the shield that Ikrid uses is a bracer, so it's actually like mounted to his forearm, but leaves his hand free. So he's going to take his left hand that has the shield on it, starting at his upper shoulder on his right side. He's going to rake his claws all the way down to like the middle of his chest with one, and then the other hand. And as he does so, he's going to draw his blood out of his physiology, and there's going to be like little arcs and sparks from his blood as it like empowers his fingertips, and his claws grow a little longer and a little sharper as he walks forward.
So
And
there's 2 lightning lizard puppies in this party.
yeah, 18 to hit
Yep, that definitely hits.
As that happens,
for 19 damage.
19? Yeah, well, it's 19.
13 and 6.
Targeted at who? This guy?
No, there's the one that's in front of Candy.
Okay. And what were you saying, Zell?
I was gonna say that probably kills him, but
What?
I was gonna say, as that happens, Desperado, you get like static and stuff, and like it kind of like his innate electricity kind of zaps into you and then into him, and you can add a d6 of lightning damage to that as his reaction.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Well, that takes him from being at 3 hit points to being dead.
Yay.
Oh, no, it doesn't. 'Cause it
Oh,
only
come
did
on!
2.
Wow.
No!
So he has 1 hit point. My mistake. I was like, there's no way that doesn't kill him. No, single hit point.
Single hit point. So on that, Ikrid's gonna stop where he's at, turn around, see that the guy's barely hanging on, and roll another attack.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Holy shit.
Okay, well, he is super dead now.
Okay.
Overkill much?
Well, speaking of
Stay
overkill,
behind me.
you've just murdered someone.
Yes. 2 into the guy in front of me.
Okay,
Oh, we're gonna start with a crit.
I'm pretty sure I don't need to do the math on that. He's dead.
There's
No.
the 22 as we carry the momentum into the second guy for 19 damage again.
Okay, 19 doesn't quite take him down.
Yep, it's okay because we have another attack. So we have
Okay.
multi-attack. 22 to
Okay.
hit for 13 more.
That definitely kills him.
And there's no more enemies that I can see unless we count these guys over here.
They're not hostiles. They have not they're in cages right now,
Okay.
so they're not engaging with you. They also haven't moved. They're not on the turn order.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that counted because they were tokens on the map.
No, that's not the way it works.
Candy
with
mutters,
that-
lightning squirrel, and puts away her daggers.
Ikrit doesn't hear you to retort as he just ravenously descends on the lizard folk in front of him.
Yeah, so this previous stealth mission is interrupted by this part werewolf, part kobold, now loudly devouring a lizard folk in front of you guys. Like, very loudly.
Wait,
And
you're eating
messily, like,
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
full of blood splatters everywhere, like, just going to town.
I'm walking closer and just, like, watching, like, confused.
Could I
you
interest
see-
you in one of the tents, perhaps, to consume your kill when...
Not paying any attention to you, but Candy, when you approach, you can see like the reptilian eye, kind of like in Jurassic Park when Rexy's eye like turns to focus on the light shining in the eye in her eye. It flicks to you, notices that you're not hostile, and then digs right back into the fucking corpse.
When it turns to me, Kenny just, like, waves a little bit. Okay, that's
Goes on
happening.
for probably like 6 seconds or so.
Mm.
I'm gonna, like, gently start pulling the corpse into the tent to try and, like, get him to follow.
I'm gonna say probably before you do that, he's gonna start backing off. Hunger apparently sated for the moment.
Just completely covered in blood.
Is
Yeah,
there...
stands up, takes a bloody fucking paw, or a bloody paw basically, and wipes his bloody snout to no effect, but seems satisfied with the result.
Is there anybody in these tents?
There was. They rushed out to fight you guys and are now dead.
Right, but I'm saying, is there anybody else other than the ones we killed? Are they empty?
Negative.
Okay, I'm
They are
gonna
empty.
sneak into, like, a corner and try to take a short rest.
Okie dokie. So these are like mud and reed huts. There's like archways, like spines or rib cages, even along the length of them, and then reeds woven in between to create these like strange mud huts. They're very sturdy, and there's tools hung along the walls of them. You can tell there's like mats on the floor as well, but they're very well kept considering how like muddy and marshy this place is. As soon as you go inside one of these things, like it's bone dry and comfortable in here.
Is there
But
anything of interest in here?
right now, just at a cursory glance while you're trying to take that rest, like if you want to investigate further, you might find more, but at a cursory glance, it just looks like spears and like tools for like workman's tools sort of thing. There's not like
Okay.
any specialized equipment in here.
Speaking of spears, Icard's gonna walk back across the battlefield, muttering under his breath indistinctly, picking up his spear and stowing it, and then he's gonna snoop around the huts like Candy was doing, and just like sniffing around, looking for resources, supplies, hiding creatures, little snacks, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you mostly find tools as Candy did. You don't find any additional.
Yeah, fair enough. Just for flavor.
I found tools?
Yes. Workman's
Anyhow.
tools is what I described. So like hammers, like a couple of like leather harnesses, like what you would assume are used to put on the giant lizards in the pen to the side.
Hey, Icrid, I think there's something in here that would be useful to you.
What is that? And
She-
Icard will walk in.
She points over at the harnesses.
You get just the nastiest look.
I mean, it kind of seems like you need a leash, I'm just saying.
And he's going to point to the noose around his neck that he's literally wearing, called the Beast's Leash.
Still got
Is
the
he
tag on it.
Is this not already insulting enough for you?
It does have a tag. Did you take the tag off?
I hadn't. No, now that you point it out.
So it's now just a tag that is dripping blood on this noose that he's wearing.
Candy just snickers silently. Still taking a rest. Patching up my wounds.
Yeah. Icard's not resting.
I'm gonna start picking up corpses with the help of Desperado and just putting them in the bush.
Okay.
I'll help with that.
Alright, you guys stack corpses in the bush.
I might take a bite out of one or two of them every now and then.
Yeah, once we're done, I'm gonna treat Desperado. I'm gonna like hack off like a leg, and I'm gonna say, "Here, boy." Um,
Ikrit's
I'm
gonna
gonna turn
intercept
to
it.
Ikrit and be like, "Do you want
I was
one?"
gonna Ikrit's gonna intercept the one that you tossed to Desperado, like he's intercepting a football pass.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll cut off his other leg and give it to Desperado.
I mean, if you're going to try that, that's definitely a roll-off. So
Okay.
roll dexterity, my friend.
Save or straight?
Well, I would say straight, but Desperado rolled that meaty 1, so
You rolled that.
I did.
You rolled it for the dog?
Stole
Yes.
my pet.
Zell orders it around, but I, as the DM, am actually supposed to be in control of the pet.
Mm.
Be like, I guess sure. Oh yeah, then I'll cut off the other leg and put it over to him. And I'll pat his little Drake head. And I'll move into the tent and have a short rest.
Yeah, he follows you in and sits down gnawing on the leg. It's very annoying, Candy. Like, it was nice and quiet, and now there's just like a gnawing and chomping sound nearby.
I'm like, I got my bunny backpack on the floor, and I've pulled out this little box. It's like a little tin box, and it's full of like little band-aids with like butterflies and cute stuff on them. And then I've got a little ointment thing of Vaseline, and I'm like putting that on some of my wounds and then covering them in band-aids.
Could I borrow some of that for my joints and gears?
I don't think it works on joints and gears.
I see.
Don't you have something to patch yourself up with?
Usually I just kind of work with what I have.
Ah.
I like start like tearing off some of the cloth and like securing like loose parts of my my armor and such. Just tying them very, very tight.
Alright, well, the short rest passes rapidly. You may roll hit dice.
Is it the same?
Hmm?
Is it the same rest rules as the primary campaign? 10 minutes.
Yeah, so same game. We're running in the same game.
I just wanted to make sure that the rules were the same because
Yep.
it applies for my transformation.
But you did say you weren't taking a short rest, didn't you?
Correct.
Okay.
Because yeah, my electric fingers last until I end a short rest.
Ah.
So if I don't have to re-damage myself, I'm not going to. I only took the 1 point. 9 kills, 1 point of damage. That's worth right there.
I mean, there's only 7 corpses, so it wasn't 9 kills, but...
Okay, I went to public school in the United States. I can't count, okay?
Alright.
As you guys finish up your rest, you can see Ikrit is sitting with his legs crossed on the ground in a meditative pose. Seemingly, the bloodlust has passed.
Are you still a giant, like, werewolf
yeah.
creature?
Oh,
Or, yeah, okay.
We're still a werewolf creature. We're just now a meditative werewolf creature.
Mhm.
Candy pats him on the
No
head.
more.
Well,
As you pat him on the head, he leans into it like he's enjoying the scritches, and then comes back to himself. It's like head pets are patronizing, but he doesn't ask you to stop.
So, are we heading to the main gate, or...?
well, the need for stealth may have been overstated, so could try and make a head for the gate and see how that goes.
Ah, weird. I wonder who could have suggested that. I start walking.
Well,
Was that cutting words, or...?
Do you want me to roll attack?
No. Because it's a saving throw.
Oh. Acrobatics?
No, it's a saving throw for them.
Oh.
it got to me. It got to me. My mechanical pride.
As we get back out onto the road, do we see anything visually out in the huts?
Yeah, do we see anything?
You see, like, kind of churning mud, which is weird. Like, there's mud flowing into the, very slowly, but, like, just sliding down into the huts, which is very strange. It's almost like a constant influx of mud into those areas, but you don't see anything other than that going on right now. In terms of, like, life forms, you're really not seeing anything. It's kind of dead.
While we're walking, can I try to use disguise self to make myself look like one of the lizard folk that we just saw? I'm pretty sure I've seen lizard folk before too.
Oh yeah, you literally just saw one, so you can turn into a lizard folk right now. So you guys, I don't know if you notice or if like you're just looking forward and Candy is behind you, but suddenly you're walking with a lizard folk.
If there's a verbal component, I'd hear her under the spell, I think. Turn around like, what the fuck spell? And then see you turn into a lizard folk, and then just give you the most confused look, but doesn't say anything.
I shrug and keep walking. I still got my bunny backpack on. Lizard folk with little band-aids all over.
Oh, that's part of your illusion is the bunny backpack and the band-aids?
I mean, I don't think I can illusion the backpack away. It's too big.
Well, the way disguise self works, like if you become the size of a lizard folk, the illusion is kind of like over the top of you, so the backpack would actually be inside the illusion of the lizard folk. But if anyone tried to touch you, their finger would go through the illusion until they actually touched you.
Yeah, that's why I think Candy probably illusions herself with her gear and just changes her body. She doesn't change like her gear like that.
So you're actually a very, very small lizard folk.
Yes, I'm a very short
Okay.
lizard folk, but I have all my gear and stuff.
Right. So the illusion's more convinced. Like, if anyone touched Candy, the illusion would be more convincing. But also, like, there's the backpack to give away that something is off. So
Yeah.
pros and cons for her decisions in illusioning.
Plus, like lizard face, if they touch that,
Yeah.
it's.
Does
touched
Candy
her.
still smell like candy, or does Candy smell like a lizard?
She can't illusion smell.
No. Okay.
Yeah. I'll link it though.
Yeah, look different until the spell ends. It hasn't changed smell or anything like that.
Oh shit. That sounds really creepy in context, but I'm a dog person.
I mean, you're playing a kobold, so.
True.
Right now, he's playing a werewolf.
Right.
Yeah.
But either way, smell. So I got you.
Are there any life forms in these huts?
You look in the huts, that they appear to be empty right now.
Okay.
Like that area is nothing's really going on.
There's nothing else of interest in them.
Similar to the other ones, they've got like tools in them, like there's spears hung up on the walls, on little I don't know what to call them. Like there's little studs in the walls that the spears are resting on. But other than that, nothing really going on.
Can we start going into the castle?
I mean, that's
Okay.
the natural progression of things. I mean,
Yeah, but
maybe
you
not
just
right
ran
this
right into the
moment.
middle.
No, I did it in little jumps.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, as you start going
Do you want me to go like this?
Yeah, as you start going into the castle, there are definitely life forms there.
Okay.
So the first thing you notice is a series of giant frogs just sitting there that as you come around the corner, like, they spot you and they start croaking up a storm, like, just loud, like, constant croaks, like, eyes dead set on you.
I yell in Infernal, stop! Because it's annoying.
That they do not,
Yeah.
and that's followed by so hopping down, like just out of the ether, are a lot of humanoid kind of frog people. Let's hold on,
Do they look anything like?
They are not grung. You were told they were grung. They are in fact bullywugs, which are a completely different creature. So again, the information Furnace gave you was wrong.
Do they look anything like Candy's illusion from earlier?
No, super not.
Super not.
Yeah,
Hey,
no.
I'm a lizard folk now.
You are a lizard folk now. So they're not necessarily like hostile, but the frogs are weirded out by Ikrid because they don't know what he is.
Oh, don't scroll all the way down. It has their combat statistics.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one wasn't supposed to get shown to you. That was a
Right.
mistake on my part.
I scrolled
Gotcha.
down, didn't read any of it, and closed it. So
The handout that shows what they look like was supposed to be shown to you, but I'm
Hello, what have I missed?
Oh, good.
frogs.
Frogs.
Frogs that look nothing like the frogs that you were told would look like that were here.
Yeah, you were told that this area was full of like grung. In fact, it's not. It's full of bullywogs, which are a different creature. They are frog people, but the information you were given was again wrong. Okay, so this isn't an immediate roll initiative encounter because you've got like a lizard folk with you, you've got like a warforged with what looks like a guard drake, and then you've got kind of like werewolf lizard. So right now you've got a confused standoff going on with like 3 giant frogs that are just croaking up a storm. Let's see.
Ooh. What was the leader's name that Furnace told us?
He didn't give us a name.
Oh, I thought we had got like some kind of a name.
He said, "Find the Grung's leader. They might know the command to use the circle."
Yeah. Okay, so these guys speak a specific language that is bullywug. So the frog people as well start croaking at you in a language that none of you understand. One of them looks like he's telling the giant frogs to shut up. 2 of them shut up, 1 doesn't. And then this guy just walks over and like bashes the frog on the top of the head with like the haft of a spear, not actually like the pointy bit, but just like bashes it on the top of the head, and it makes an even louder croak, but then just like falls silent and blinks its eyes out of order.
I nod to that frog as if like, "Thank you."
So weird, like everyone's milling around this area. All eyes are on you guys right now, but no one's doing anything particularly hostile. They're all just staring at you like confused.
I would be walking him like I know what I'm doing.
Okay. So let's go with that. Make me a deception check, Candy.
Deception?
With advantage because you got an illusion going. Yeah.
Fuck.
You're walking in like you own the place, and yeah, 24. So
Am I still drunk?
that. Oh yes, you are, aren't you? So
it's a straight
so
roll.
actually that's a 10. Yeah. So let's see what actually happens. You walk in like you own the place. So let's put you here, and then couple of these guys, they start talking to you in bullywug. Like, so you get surrounded and they're all croaking at you in a language that you don't understand.
I came here before and I told you guys you have to speak common.
Do you say that in your normal, like, female tiefling voice?
I say that in my lizard folk face voice.
Okay. So they look confused at each other and some more croaking, but like body language, you get the idea that they're talking to each other, and then one of them says something and like looks to a guy further into the room and motions to the hallway, and then like makes more croaking sounds, but you don't know what they're saying, but it looks like he's saying like go get someone.
I'm like nodding.
Okay, you're nodding. You're acquiescing to this. All right.
Ikrid's gonna stand tall and fold his arms over each other like impatiently.
Okay. So
I'm gonna mimic Ikrid. And Desperado will stand proud.
So a couple things happen. And round the corner comes a lizard folk guy kind of shoulder to shoulder with a humanoid with a dragon mask on. So like a full-on dragon cultist looking dude.
Is it white?
Um,
Is it a white
No.
mask? No?
no.
Can't just ask someone if they're white. Jesus.
The fuck?
I think I've done the Dragon Claw handout in the past, so
Yep.
I don't know. Okay, cool. So you know what that looks like. Is there a handout for the lizard folk as well? Oh god, there is. Okay, well. So
Man, that's what lizard folk look like. Crazy.
Yep.
I like wave to the lizard folk.
Okay, so he approaches you and starts talking at you in Draconic, Candy. Do you speak Draconic? Nope. Okay, so that's the language of lizard folk, and he starts trying to communicate with you.
But
in
two
that
people in the
language,
party do speak Draconic, so you can say what he's saying.
right?
Three people in the party.
Oh,
Oh,
So-
the guard people.
Yeah, so there's like a he walks up towards Candy and is like, "What are you doing? And what are you wearing?" And a couple of you can understand that, Candy, you cannot.
again.
Oh no, okay, go for it. I'll say Icard's gonna take a step forward as Candy starts talking, and then we'll just do your thing.
So, we need to see the leader dude, because I'm here on a mission. I'm like from the marshlands to the south. She sounds very convincing.
Yeah, make me another deception check with like mega disadvantage.
I was gonna say, but before the roll, could Icard chime in on that?
Yeah, go for it. You can chime in. We'll see if that gives us the help action.
Okay. In Draconic, he's going to say, "We're from a southern marshland. How dare you address her that way? Show some respect." And he's gonna kind of like bark at him.
Okay. So I feel like that's a separate intimidation check. So Candy, make your persuasion check with
Oh,
disadvantage.
persuasion.
Oh, sorry, no, it was deception.
Yeah,
my
I
bad.
thought you said deception.
So that's a 22, even though it's disadvantage. That's a fucking 22. Icrid, intimidation check?
Can Desperado help and like growl a bit when he says that?
You know what? Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
What stat do you want the intimidation to be offered?
You didn't express that you were using like body language to intimidate. You like barked. So this is force of will. This is charisma.
Oh, we're good at that. 16. Hey, you know what? That's not bad.
16's not bad.
Icrid knows how
So-
to bark.
There's confusion going on here. Like, the bullywogs just hear the tone of your voice and just back the fuck up. The lizard folk is, like, super confused because he doesn't understand what Candy responded in, because that's common, and lizard folk don't speak common. So he's about to be like, now hold the fuck on a minute, and then you bark at him in, Draconic. He also backs up. And the one human that understands what Candy is saying here, like, lifts his finger and is like, this is all very strange. Who are you? What is going on here? Southern tribe? I don't understand.
Okay, well, we need to go to the leader because that's what we were sent here for, and you're a bit, you know... I mean, I appreciate that you're here and all, but you don't really need to be here. I need to go.
Why are you speaking common? Like, he puts a hand on your shoulder as you
Does
try
he
and
stop
pass him.
me?
Yeah, super stops you.
Icard's
I-
gonna be standing right behind Candy.
Uh-huh.
I stop when he touches me and, like, glare at his hand and slowly pry it off my shoulder.
We are the inspection team.
You're way above your pay grade on this, so I think you should just step aside.
Inspection team? Okay, Again, two people trying to convince him of thing. Who wants to make the roll? Like, someone's making a roll with advantage.
Not me.
What kind of roll?
This would be persuasion, but when you say not me, remember Candy has permanent disadvantage because she's drunk. This guy's close enough now that he can smell
Okay.
the liquor on her breath.
My persuasion's pretty bad too.
Mine's like flat.
Mine's 3. Do you want?
The 3 with
Would you rather-
disadvantage or 0.
do you
Well, if
want me
I
to
so
do it?
three
am I
straight.
able to help? So it'd be like straight.
Yeah, you can either do straight or flat with advantage. Is the way that
Oh,
would
flat
work.
with advantage.
If I can
What
roll
would that be?
deception instead of persuasion, but I don't know the
To
difference
be
between
fair, we
deception
are
and persuasion.
lying through our teeth.
I mean, okay, to be fair, Candy, the thing you said is this is above your pay grade and we need
True.
to see your leader.
True,
None
true,
of that was a lie.
All right.
To be fair, it is not. Wait.
14. Okay. Let's use this guy's insight. Can I roll this in the open? Insight is intelligence, right? Oh
Wisdom.
no.
Insight's
Uh,
wisdom, usually.
Yeah.
Well, either is a +0 and this guy got a nat 20. And like it must be that you're speaking common. Like, and the backpack and a few things just don't add up for him. And he's like, no, stop them. Hold on, stop. No, this isn't right.
I am gonna stab him in the face.
That's fair.
Yes.
Alright,
So,
so
do I need to roll?
the jig is up. You know what? You can. They're not necessarily surprised, but that's just so casual. Just make an attack roll and then we'll roll initiative.
Oh no.
Okay, so the jig might not be up. We might just be able to pin it on this guy as being some insolent fool, right?
Okay, roll damage, sneak
Right,
attack
'cause-
and all.
Was this guy
Sneak
talking
attack.
to us in common?
He was.
Yeah.
Alright, so
He was
This guy's-
arguing.
this guy's like, no, stop them, this isn't right. In common, around a load of creatures that don't speak common, you turn around and stab him in the face, straight through the eye, and he is dead immediately. So, everyone is now pretty tense.
I
I-
turn to the lizard guy and I point
Uh-huh.
at the body, like, deal with this kind of motion,
Okay,
and then
okay.
keep walking.
I shout out in Draconic, let this be a lesson to anyone who dares question the inspection team.
Persuasion or intimidation, dealer's choice.
Oh my
what have I
God.
done?
Advantage because of the immediate and instant murder.
Sure, it'll be a deception.
Oh
Okay.
shit! Damn.
The lizard folk just walks up and starts eating this guy, just getting rid of the body the only way he knows how. And the Grons are standing there like, I mean, fuck it, I don't know. And you guys just continue on.
I want
he
to take
takes
this
the
guy's
corpse.
robes while he's eating it, just,
What?
peel them off him.
Okay, you peel off the rogues
Of
out.
like his
They're
mask.
very bloody because he got stabbed full in the fucking face.
That's fine. I want to
So
Well,
you now have a dragon cultist like mask and robe.
move up to Candy and to say you might want to change when we get a chance.
Did Bastard say he was doing something?
Basket.
Basket is muted.
Oh, did he say AFK maybe?
Possibly.
I could have swore I heard him say something, but there was a lot of cross talk.
Yeah, it must have been a AFK. But anyway, what are you guys on to?
Like, I can't see anything down these stairs, I'm guessing.
No. It's
Is that an up or a down?
It's a down.
you know, it's the one thing I haven't labeled. I think it might be a down. Just give me a
If it's not,
hot second.
if it's an up, the arrow should be up, because that would be the indicator of, like, down arrow, up arrow.
But that might just be the way the staircase goes, so
But
you're not trying
that's
to
lame!
walk up it from this side.
But that's
Okay,
lame!
so- Yeah.
But it
The-
wouldn't be confusing.
there's mud everywhere along this chamber, and there's like planks everywhere that like people can walk along, but the grungs just hang out in the mud.
If I can't see anything down that way that looks interesting, I'm just gonna keep going down this hallway.
And the stairs, in fact, do lead up. The
Okay.
arrow isn't necessarily pointing down. The arrow is pointing the direction that the stairs go in.
That's dumb.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
These stairs must go sideways then.
Anyway. So, where are you heading? You're heading along the hallway?
Yep. Just down the
Okay.
hall. I don't. Just tell me if I need to stop.
Okay, well, you're in a fairly broken down looking castle, because you can see, like, arrow slits to your left and right in this place, but they look like they've crumbled open a bit.
Mm-hmm.
The grungs don't bother accompanying you, because they saw what happens when someone gets in your way.
As we're far enough down the hallway to, like, not have anybody around, I kind of, like, look over my shoulder and I'm like, good job, guys.
I'll give you a thumbs up.
I was gonna say, yeah, you get a little wolfy thumbs up from me too.
Because I have no idea what happened back there. I understood, like, 2% of what was being said.
Yeah, 2 words and murder. Let's go.
They weren't even the common words.
Murder is the universal language.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fuck with us.
Okay, so you get into, like, kind of a barracks area where as soon as you step in, you notice more, like, bullywogs and lizard folk just hanging around in this space. So, no, just slap them here. So they're standing around, just kind of loafing off. You can see that the lizard folk are, like, talking to the bullywogs, but the bullywogs are just completely fucking ignoring them. Like, they just don't seem to give a shit.
What
So
are they
there's
saying?
they like the lizard folk are basically barking at the bullywogs that, like, you're not in charge here, like, we're supposed to be occupying this castle, like, together. And the bullywogs are just kind of, like, waving them off, like, don't give a shit, sort of. Like, there's definitely tension here, but you're not really sure what the hierarchy is supposed to be.
Guys, what
Is it-
direction would be the leader?
Because the bullywogs aren't really responding. It's just kind of lizard folk airing grievances right now.
Perhaps we play into the inspection team and question if this workplace environment is suitable for both parties here.
I was thinking we call out to the lizard folk and request them take us to the leader.
I would do that if I spoke.
One of us can speak for you.
Okay. I just start walking then.
And that in that case, we're gonna if we get halfway across the room, Ickard's gonna point at this closest lizard folk, and he's gonna call out, "You, we're with the inspection team. Take us to see the leader."
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and suggest that, like, Draconic is a very nuanced and interesting, but, like, ancient and primal language. Inspection team is something that you need to, like, you need to make a full, like, there's no 2 words for inspection team. Like, it's a sentence that you need to go through to explain the concept of inspection team. But go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Advantage.
Sure, like, you're rolling up as a group. Let's just go with that.
17.
Okay, perfect. You convinced him that you are here with the inspection team. Immediately, 5 lizard folk turn around to you and pretty much in unison, except for one at the back that's slightly slow on the uptake, ask, what the fuck is an inspection team?
We were sent here by people higher than you to make sure that you are doing your jobs correctly. Now take us to who's in charge.
So, you have this thing. You're addressing one in particular, right? But he turns around, and they all do this thing where they look to each other, but then look to a different person in the group, and then look to a different person in the group, and then all turn back to you. in charge, and like one of them like scratches his head and is like, do you need the leader of the paladins? Do you need the leader of the bullywugs? Or do you need the leader of our tribe? Who do you need to talk to?
Paladins.
Oh, I know.
We need the leader of the paladins.
Yes.
You want to talk to the leader of the paladins?
Yes.
You want us to bring the leader of the paladins all the way down here?
We want you to take us to the leader of the paladins. I will not ask again.
I look like impatiently like bored and annoyed while I don't understand what's going on.
The one at the back like does a stage whisper of your funeral.
Man, I wish I was chaotic evil right now. There's so much shit that I would do.
Okay, so they all right. Let's see. Gotta leave this to a roll. As a group, overall, elect a spokesperson. Like, who are you trying to say is in charge of you guys? Because a couple of people are talking, but Candy is the one that looks like a lizard folk, but she doesn't speak Draconic. So, like, who's spokesperson right now?
Well, Icrid was the first to speak, and like in my mind, as Icrid and as a player, it's that Candy is the leader, but is too important to speak to the grunts. So she's speaking through the bodyguard in Icrid.
Yeah, the two
Or-
bodyguards.
That's a
Or Hazel.
super that's a super interesting but very not lizard folk social structure. If that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
He is like my handmaiden.
Yeah, but again, that's a very like humanoid social structure, not a very lizard folk social structure. Generally, lizard folk don't do that subordinate thing. Like if they want to do something, they'll do it themselves.
Well,
Yeah, but,
then
like-
do we invent the 9-foot tall werewolf?
But we're more like draconic and
Yeah, like there's some stuff going on here. Okay,
because we have a dragon with us.
You do. You have like a guard drake. You've got like a wolf dragon, and then you've got a lizard folk and everyone's
We have a
confused.
machine. We have a
Is
machine.
fucking confused. But you're coming in here swinging your dick, saying you need to speak to the boss. So you're trying to do this like intimidation style, right? You're trying to like bully these guys into doing what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Make me an intimidation check, Icrid. You can use strength for this one if you want, because you're trying to assert yourself as like the big shit.
No, right? There's no advantage or straight roll.
Did anyone actually chime in and help you? I know Candy's kind of like standing there, unable to understand part of this conversation.
I did like a second ago, but I forgot what the fuck I said.
Yeah, he also
I
said, "Don't make me ask you again."
Yeah,
if
that's
they
it.
if they're all like looking around confused, I might shove this guy and try to like point him forward, like fucking let's go, take me.
Okay. Yeah. Then sure, advantage, and then like Candy does her shove, and we'll see how.
Can
all
I
this
use
shakes out.
Constitution instead of Strength?
No, no.
Just
That's a
flex.
21 Strength Intimidation.
Okay. Do you have intimidation checked, or is that a 21?
No, I don't have any proficiency in Intimidation, so I just rolled my Strength modifier.
Okay, cool. All right, so they take stock of you. They look around. Okay, so these guys aren't like super well informed, but the lizard folk that Candy shoves, he does start moving, and he moves through this way. The others don't necessarily go with, like, they all kind of peel back away from the group. So you're just kind of following this one guy, but he is now leading you guys somewhere.
You goddamn right.
So he wanders up here, and he turns back to you guys and like points to this like tower room with the circular staircase and says like it's up the stairs. And then he kind of just stops and waits. Like it's expecting you guys to go up the stairs.
I shove
Yeah.
past him.
So I'll mutter under my breath as I shoulder through him. Was that so hard?
Me and Desperado both give him a glare on the way past.
He waits until Candy's on the stairs and the tentacle is lashing out at her before he says, really not that hard.
Tentacle?
Tentacle?
As a giant tentacle monster in the center of the room just lashes out at Candy when she starts ascending the stairs.
Wouldn't I see the monster?
No. So this room is like mud and refuse. It frankly stinks. It smells like you just walked into a lavatory. But he waited for you to walk forwards. Like you step onto the stairs. The smell kind of hits you as this thing bursts up from this pool of refuse. But it was like sitting under the surface, so all you could see was a muddy pool until you got into here. And frankly, the entire place kind of stinks because you're in the middle of a swamp. But it's not until you get into this room and this thing bursts up that the smell really starts overpowering you, and that's when the tentacles come out and just lash towards you, Candy. So here we go. Oh, that is a 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a strong attack.
Yep, so that is 9 bludgeoning damage and 1 piercing, and if the target is a medium or smaller, it is grappled and restrained until the grapple ends.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that.
Okay, so you take half, but you are still grappled and restrained by this tentacle. So not only does it lash out and hit you, but it wraps around you and starts trying to drag you off the stairs and into this pile of like stinking refuse, into basically a pool of poop where like it's dragging you towards its mouth.
Ew, 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 ew.
Yeah, for probably
my
one of the most
daggers.
disgusting demises ever. But yeah, that's definitely roll initiative point as this thing is trying to devour you. At which point, the lizard folk downstairs kind of like calls back to all of the other lizard folk and bullywogs in the hall. Like, you know, now's the time, kind of like, we got him, sort of thing.
Got him, boys.
That should be everything on the turn order.
Oh, there's quite a few things on the turn order.
Mm-hmm.
So must be they didn't buy my persuasion there.
It,
I mean, you know.
you were reasonably persuasive and scary, but the fact is, there was a combination of like, how do I put this? Because I rolled insight for them and they rolled really well. Like they could tell something was off about like the whole inspection team thing.
The whole situation be super fucky.
Yeah, and like effectively it was like, we don't trust these guys, and in the lizard folks' mind, if they don't show up, that's their fucking problem, not our fault if, like, this inspection team just didn't show up to talk to the boss, right? Also, there was a certain amount of, like, thinking of, oh shit, an inspection team? If anything's not up to standard, we're the ones in trouble. So, like, the lie also made them want to kill you.
I think the giant poop monster is not up to standard.
That is not OSHA
Sure.
violation.
Alright, and a couple of things. I hate when Roll20 does this. There we go. So, a couple of initiatives to roll that are out of sight. Lovely jubbly, and that should be everything. So that said, Candy is definitely the first to go, fastest to move.
I am cutting these tentacles off of me.
Now, I believe you're restrained at the moment, so I don't know
that
if
means.
you
That mean attacks with disadvantage?
Let's have a look at the restrained condition, and I will tell you what that means. No, not grappled, petrified, poison, restrained. Restrained creature's speed becomes 0 and it can't benefit from bonuses to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So you have disadvantage on your attack rolls and on dexterity saving throws. So you can either try and struggle free of the tentacles, or you can stab at the tentacles, but with disadvantage.
Bruh, my way of struggling free is stabbing them.
Okay.
So, however I need to reconcile that is how we're gonna do it.
Okay, excellent. So you are stabbing with disadvantage.
But I don't care if I do damage. I'm just like wanting to cut them off to get them off me.
Okay, so you're trying to saw through the tentacle. Right, let's see. I don't suppose the tentacles have, like, set HP. No, they don't. Alright, so, you know what? I'm going to give you guys a handout for this horrible fucking thing, because I feel like that's...
I mean, he's
We do
cute
love
if he
audio.
wasn't covered in poo.
Yeah.
It's him, the poo monster.
Also, hello, Dan. Are you here to listen, or are you actually free at this point?
I am free. I popped in purely to listen, but if they're dying and you want to put me in,
I was going to say, if I find an opportunity to put you in, I totally will.
yeah, if you find an opportunity to airdrop me, then do it. And
They'll fit in the poop monster lair.
You know what? This is sort of hilarious. So let's go with all right. So at the start of the game, everyone met with Furnace Graves, and the resounding theme has been giving bad information this entire time. One of the first things Furnace said to everyone is this all of you? I thought there'd be more. Furnace was supposed to know there was more people, so by the time that you got there late, he'd already sent everyone off and hadn't waited for you. So when you show up at Furnace's place, he's like, shit, I thought you were supposed to arrive with everyone else. Throws you a magic item, literally just throws it at your face. It's a bunch of beads, so you
nice.
get these, and sends you on your way. So you've just arrived at a castle, and let's say you've been like following the party on your stubby little legs, and have only just got into view. And I'm gonna put you. Let's see, you're in backup characters right now, aren't you? You're Nero. Oh god, I don't have a token for you yet.
I'll get one while you're.
So yeah, I think you're still using the default token I had last time. So that's where you are. So you can roll initiative anytime you like. You're quite far out, and it sounds like everyone just got into a fight. Like you've just come around the corner to be like, "Don't worry, guys, I'm here," and they're already in the thick of it.
Okay, well, I can't even see.
You can't see?
Yeah, your token's in the middle of the castle.
I should have just directed your vision to it with the
Yeah,
shift
no,
click.
I'm seeing the arrows and the shift click thing, but I have no token vision.
Shouldn't need token vision. There's no dynamic light.
Yeah, there's no dynamic lighting on this map, so you should be able to see the whole map. I'm just
Refresh
revealing
page.
tokens of creatures.
Interesting.
I feel like we had this problem before. Is
Yeah,
it
I'll
something
refresh.
up with your browser? Alright, anyway, sorry about that. Candy, you're making an attack roll on the tentacle.
No, I am trying to break free, but I would do
Right.
that using my daggers.
Oh, okay, so that's just flavor. Right, got it.
Yes, because logically it would make most sense to try to stab the thing, because like I'm not gonna be able to wrestle it free.
Yeah, so it's an athletics or acrobatics check to escape, DC 13.
Oh, well, that's probably easy,
Yeah,
considering.
27. All right, yeah. You are amazingly agile. You managed to squirm free and get away from the
No,
tentacle very
I
rapidly.
slide my dagger between myself and its tentacle and twist and then stab it towards it until it fucking lets go.
Yeah, then the suction cups just like pop off as that
And
happens.
then, do I have to use half my movement to stand?
Well, it didn't knock you prone. It just wrapped you up and was trying to drag you into the pool of poop.
Okay, so can I act now, or is that my turn?
That was your action. You can still bonus action and move.
15, 20, 25. I'm like pretty much just dashing behind this guy.
Okay.
Can I don't remember the rules for rogues. Am I allowed to do an offhand attack without doing a main hand?
No, only if you've done your main hand attack can you
Okay.
do your offhand attack.
Then I am actually yeah. Yeah, I'm here. I'm run up behind this guy and I'm ready to stab him.
Righto. Okay, so you're ready to stab Ikrid. You are faced with a thing with tentacles in a pool of sludge, and like a deep one because this thing is fully submerged in it. So that's not floor ahead of you. That's like a pool of very gelatinous looking mud and refuse, and it stinks to high hell.
He's gonna turn around.
Mhm.
Look at this. I'm hoping now trembling lizard folk.
No, he's not trembling. He's still in the midst of like turning his back and yelling for everyone like we got him, and
But
then
I just
notices
ran in front of him.
Candy. Yeah, notices Candy in his peripheral vision is like, how the fuck did you get there?
Hi, motherfucker.
And I'm just gonna say, you done goofed.
And
There
draconic.
is no word in Draconic for goofed.
Free
Done
attack.
fuck.
Idiot.
3 attacks?
If I use my unarmed attack, I can make an extra attack as a bonus action. That's also unarmed.
Okay, I see. So they are lower than 17 AC, so all of those hit. 11. Was that second one 11 as well? Was it 1 lightning?
Yeah.
Okay, the second attack kills him.
As he is
Cool.
dying, I'm like blowing him a little kiss.
Brutal.
And then everything else is too far away from me.
Everything else is very far away, so I think you have to do a thing now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I just eviscerate the corpse.
Yep. So you unfortunately dive on this corpse and start consuming it, so that is the rest of your round.
Get it together. We need to fight.
Very like either very effective or very not effective, that magical item I gave you.
Yeah. Well, then again, I guess I could theoretically dive into the pit for the Odiug.
You could if you chose to. You could go straight at that boy.
Do I have a choice?
Yeah, you can choose to devour the corpse, or you can choose
Okay.
to fling yourself at the Odiug. Those are your two options.
Squirrel guy, wake up, stop.
Yeah, he's all the way over there. And you can hear through chomps and through bites his flesh is being ripped off this now fresh corpse. I'll fight when they get here. As he goes right back into devouring.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's the turn.
Excellent. So we are on to... Oh, cool. My first NPC's turn. And he's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah, he fucked up.
Oh, you got a second NPC.
I've got a lot more NPCs. All right, so Bullywogs start... Yes?
I have a ranged weapon. I have a short bow. Can I draw a short bow and take attacks?
No, not with the frenzy ability. That is not how it works.
Copy. Has to be melee.
Yep.
Understood. Yeah, ravenous corpse consumption.
Okay, so we've got Bullywug running up here. And then... I had to do this on... there's so many NPCs in this scene. Welcome to the party, by the way, Dan. So,
Yeah.
something that a couple of you guys notice is, I'll put them on the token layer here. So over here, the guard drake like dives out of the moat outside, just covered in swampy water, and is going to charge in towards here in full attack mode, like lightning arcing between its scales and its horn, like just charging down towards you guys, but
Gonna get
doesn't
confusing.
doesn't even get in range. Yeah, it is. Doesn't even get in range. And then it's Zell's turn.
I'm gonna blow this thing away. He's going. I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Market.
Okay, bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
I'm gonna knock that off. And I'm gonna pull out that cannon that I got.
Excellent. Did you load it with any shells?
Of course, I did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What shells did you load it with?
The blue ones because I like them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. Make me a ranged attack roll.
Fuck. 9. Let's try again.
So with these very expensive shells that you only have a limited amount of, you pull out this giant chroma cannon, and for the sake of everyone else, this is like basically a gun with a dragon's, like a metal dragon's face on the end of it, that these like strange looking blue shells are loaded into. Zell lifts it towards the Odiarg and blasts, and like the shell just fires, sparking electric in every direction, over the Odiarg and then out like the giant hole in the wall into the swamp.
Hang on, I think I need to calibrate it, and I like shake it, and I like smack it with my fist.
Oh,
And I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
try it again. 19.
19 does hit.
Okay. And I'm gonna get a little desperado to give me an infused strike on that. So what is that? That and that.
Extra lightning. Hunter's Mark, extra lightning, and the chroma cannon's already ridiculously high damage.
God, what did I choose as my favorite enemy? I didn't. Nice one, Nels. I know I did. That's
Now it's not
humanoids.
the
Okay.
time.
Yeah, I was just making sure, right? Oh fuck, that's the wrong button. Okay.
Okay,
For
so
that much damage.
21 damage.
Yep.
All right, so you blast into this thing, and there's electrical sparks, and this thing like wails like a typical movie monster whale, like thrashes around its tentacles, which is horrible enough, except that this thing is in a 10-foot deep pool of shit and is now flinging it in every direction. So that awful smell that was just pervasive before, there's a whole waft and wave of it that just washes through the castle.
Oh my god.
Wonderful.
Zell, what did
send-
you do?
I said I was going to blow it away.
Blew it in the other direction?
Well, I don't really have much choice. It's either
Okay,
blown or it's not.
is that Zell's turn?
Yes, and then on Desperado's turn, he's just going to move there. He can't take an attack. He can only dodge.
Okay, you have 2 shells left.
Yes.
In the weapon, that is, not 2 shells.
Yeah,
overall.
yeah.
Alright, so we've got bullywug movement happening, and then it's Nero's turn. So, Nero, you've come around the corner. There's a lot of lizard folk and frog people. You can see your allies like a whole way away, and there's a lot of hostiles between you and them. You've got your amazing prayer beads, but they're a magic item that just it kind of requires you to be with friends, and they all went ahead without you.
To be fair, we didn't know.
You did not.
So I've switched browsers,
Mhm.
and I can see now.
Excellent.
That's good.
And I zoomed in to look at the map, and now when I try to move the map doesn't move,
That's bad.
and I can't zoom in and out either.
Amazing.
Could you use like the physical buttons? Like
No.
what? Plus or minus? No.
No.
All right. Let's do it this way then.
Do we need to K this? Send you screenshots.
Well,
On
I
it.
can see the party.
I will simply describe to you where you are. You're in a hallway. There's several bullywugs and lizard folk ahead of you.
Yeah.
There's a big open area to your right. Where do you go and what do you do? I will move your token until we can figure this out otherwise.
I've refreshed. Okay, here we go. That's letting me move the map for the moment. It seems to be whenever I pop my character sheet out, it just stops working. So, Roll20 working as intended, as usual.
Well, don't
Basker's
worry.
token was acting fucky too.
Yeah, anytime Basker interacted with his character sheet earlier in the session, it would respawn an earlier version token of his character repeatedly, no matter how many times I deleted it, or if I hid it on the GM layer. Didn't matter. It just moved back and reappeared.
Stunning.
Yep.
Cool. So, excellently. Can you guys see me measuring?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool, because I can't.
Oh.
Oh.
Want me to measure for you? Closest enemy's 50 feet away.
Oh, yeah, and it's frozen again. It's
Oh.
frozen again. So it's just
Okay.
if I have the audacity to do anything.
Oh, this is something. I feel like you need to clear your cache or something. I genuinely don't know what's going wrong.
It's just Roll20 acting as expected. Because it's such a
Are you on a different computer than normal?
good thing. Nope.
Weird.
Okay. Let's have a look.
As a side, since we're like waiting for that, I didn't realize that Cadbury caramel chocolates, if you leave them, that just all the caramel is just gonna melt out of them and into the container that you put the thingy in, and then your future chocolate will not have caramel in it.
Yeah, if they get too
What?
hot, the caramel just decides to breach the chocolate and fuck
You mean
off
you're not
elsewhere.
eating your whole Chucky bar at once?
No, I have like little pieces and bits, but all of the caramel melted out of it.
Okay, that is psycho behavior, but
Dude, psycho behavior is creating a chocolate with caramel in it that is just gonna melt out of it if you don't eat it immediately.
well then you better get munching.
Anyway,
You could just keep the chocolate eggs in a cold place and it won't get
It's
hot
not
enough
eggs,
to
it's a
explode.
bar.
Oh,
Put it in the fridge.
That's
I
why,
don't
so
want
like if you break open half of it to eat it, the caramel breaks out of that.
Put it outside.
okay, crosstalk enough. Dan, what are you doing?
It's so fucking difficult to get to them.
Is it working yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the moment. I wish. I only have a 25 movement speed.
Oh, right, yes.
I have stubby legs.
That's rough.
So I could get to there with a dash. That's pathetic.
Mhm.
How tough do these things look? These things here.
Bullywugs, they're kind of, I'm not going to say like terribly short, but they're like dwarf-sized frogmen. And
Okay.
they're not as like brick shithouse as dwarves either. So
So taller than me.
yeah, like 2 kobolds in a trench coat level of powerful, you would give them.
man, that must be
Okay.
pretty strong if they're 2 kobolds in a trench coat, because the only kobold we know about is a fucking beast.
You're a werewolf.
I'm a werebald.
Well,
There's a lot of them. You definitely reckon you could take one on.
Yeah.
But all of them kind of have their back to you right now and are looking
Sure.
to like funnel into where the rest of the party is fighting.
Sure. Okay. Don't have invisibility, so that's not happening. Is this door open?
It is not. It is closed.
God damn it. Okay. Okay. I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy to open the door.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yep, the door definitely opens.
Okay. Do I see anything in the room?
Several grung. Sorry, not grung, bullywogs, which are the creatures I had been mentioning. Like,
But you were told they were grung.
yes, you were told they were grung because the guy giving you information is really bad at his job. But you blast open that door, and like a load more bullywogs kind of like look back out at you, like a lot.
I'm still hidden behind the corner.
Okay, excellent. And in fact, you know what? You used thaumaturgy to open it, so they have no idea that you did it. They just
Yeah.
are all looking at the open doorway.
Yeah, the wind did it.
Close it.
Next turn. Uh, do I have? I do. Okay, well, that's what I'll do next turn because I just wasted my action. Okay, let's see. The other things, I'm guessing lizard people.
Yeah, lizard folk.
They look tougher than the bollywogs, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, if bullywogs are two kobolds stacked on top of each other in a trench coat, you would guess a lizard folk is two bullywogs stacked on top of each other in a trench coat.
Alrighty, I can do maths. I'm gonna. Oh shit! Can I reach him?
I don't know. Do you have a ranged attack?
I've got plenty. Don't worry.
Oh, excellent.
Ah.
Ah.
Okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna cast Hex on this guy.
Okay.
And kind of like hide behind my wall, psyching myself up because next turn is gonna suck.
All right. So you hex this guy in particular.
Yep.
And you.
Oh
you
wait,
say-
no, I don't. No, I don't. That's so stupid. No, I just end my turn. Like, yeah, because I need to concentrate next round. So that'd be a waste of a spell.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, this is gonna suck.
Is that your turn then?
Yeah, sure.
Righto. Okay, so
I opened a door.
you did. You definitely opened a door. So lizard folk guy is gonna he's duking down here, doing the old draconic battle cry. He gets here and like he's dashing in, like he's doing a thing like shield first, spear set, charging towards Candy, but like as he's getting into charging range, his head like slow turns to the spectacle of the lizard folk that called him in there being brutally devoured. And is just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, the guy was alive seconds ago. He's charged in the room expecting a fight. The fight's already over, and there's a werewolf eating his friend.
I say in Draconic, he has been audited.
Lots of poop
Wow.
smell too.
Yeah,
Apparently.
again, no draconic word for audited. That does not exist. So again, it takes a full sentence to get through what audited means.
Zell's
It
just
is
talking the
surprising
entire
that-
combat.
It's
Yeah, as it
genuinely
comes-
surprising that a people who are so into gold don't have a word for auditing.
Right?
Well, the fact is, auditing is about gold going to someone else, right? Like
Like a
dragons
dragon.
have piles of gold, but their word for auditing is also their word for murdering someone and taking their gold.
The word for
So, like-
auditing is also the same word as mine.
I was going to say, if you are
In it.
saying in Draconic literally he has been audited, what you're saying is we've robbed him, which isn't the case because he's dead on the ground being eaten. So like that doesn't really mesh.
We've robbed him of life.
Yeah, I was about to say we robbed him of his
And
life.
flesh.
Yep, that's happening.
Yeah, as
Alright,
it comes
so-
charging into the room with his pathetic little fucking battle cry, I just look up from the corpse of his friends and slurp up his intestines like noodles and make eye contact with him as he comes running in.
Okay. As you do that, you get bitten on the butt by a guard drake,
Oh, okay.
which charges in like similarly from the moat. So you know what? I should have put him on the battle map and then moved him. Like he starts here, dashes in, doesn't use the dash action, but charges in and just like makes a bite attack, aiming for your rear end. Your AC is not as low as 14, is it?
No, my AC is much larger than 14.
Okay, he whiffs on the bite, or gets like a tuft of your fur and is like biting onto that and hasn't actually got any flesh. He whips around and slams his tail into you, which you guys watch this creature like bowl in, bite onto Ikrid, slam him with his tail, and Ikrid is doing the full Senator Armstrong thing. Like there's just fucking full wall, like that, no reaction whatsoever.
It's a bite chain.
So yeah, there's a guard drake doing a thing like a rabid fucking teddy bear, like just no damage to you whatsoever, but making a lot of noise, doing a lot of chomping. Like it sounds like it's doing a lot, but nothing's actually happening to you yet.
Wow.
Okay, and then we got this guy. He's charging in. They're all just coming in to surround Candy. They got weapons up, doing the battle cry.
Hello.
The bullywogs hopping in too.
Do they actually hop?
Yeah, they hop. They do not walk. They like hop.
Boing.
So
They don't have the
hilarious.
legs for it though. If you look at their legs.
For hopping or for walking?
These frogs are
It
made
looks
for
like they've got
walking.
humanoid-looking walking legs.
yeah, they could walk, but like that's not their style. So they do just hop along.
You see, they are frogs. They hop.
You're a frog, you hop.
Boing.
Okay.
You never announced your back.
Right?
Oh yeah, you
this
did. Sorry, it blurred together with the BR.
Yeah, like your one.
Okay, so Candy, you get a javelin flung at your face for 9, which does not hit. So nothing going on there. Last bullywog kind of charging in that direction, and then we've got the Otiug who has some considerable reach, so he's just gonna. I mean, he got shot by Zell, so there's no reason that he wouldn't lash out with a tentacle and drag him into the pit of shit.
Okay.
So it's going to try and grapple you with the tentacle. That's a 17 to hit.
That misses.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
So it can't quite get a grasp on you with its first tentacle. It lashes out again. That's a 15 to hit. So it fails to drag you in and is very annoyed by this. Its tentacles are 10 feet. Its bite's only 5 feet. So it has to drag its bulbous body closer. Failing to grab you with the tentacles, it just goes in for the bite. That is a 16 to hit.
Nope.
So it's just ineffectually battering at Zell and no dice yet. Then we get our last guard drake, because there are fucking 3 of them. This one is the Nat 1 boy. He was all the way outside. You know what? I keep forgetting to do this. I keep moving them and then putting them on the token layer. So he's going to come around here, do his full dash, and get there. And then it's Candy's turn.
Which one of these tried to stab me?
The guy here threw a javelin at you.
But none of the rest of them were able to?
No, they dashed in, but they haven't made an attack yet.
Okay. I am gonna stab this guy.
Okay. That definitely hits.
And then
Does your rakish audacity trigger here?
wait, what?
No, it's not up.
No, it
rakish
doesn't. I'm
audacity.
gonna move to here. And then can I offhand this guy? Can you offhand a guy that's different from the guy you main-handed?
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely can.
And then
that would trigger.
that
thing.
would trigger my sneak attack.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. All right, so that's -10 from the first guy. That definitely hits. 3 with a following 11. Okay, so 14. So
Because if I hit
you-
that guy, he can't opportunity attack me, which is why I moved away.
nope, he cannot. So
Yeah.
and this is a thing that for theme he tries, he stabs out at you, but you're too fast, you're too fancy on your feet. So
Nah.
you stab at him and like dance out of the way and then like practically gut his friend over here.
I got you one better. He tried to swing at me, he thought he did, and then it went through me because I'm still illusioned as a lizard folk, so he missed.
Aha, clever. Alright,
Okay,
so
roll
the
a
2
1.
stabs, they're both wounded, but unfortunately neither down.
Yeah. Also, we can't see their HP.
Oh, can you not? Alright, tokens are set up.
I don't know if
It's
that's
okay.
intentional.
Good thing there aren't 75 tokens on this map for you to get health bars. For.
Right?
Yeah.
Nice and easy for you.
Love it.
We don't need to see it, but I was just letting you know.
I don't know if people have like a frenzy ability to help them plan out their turn a little bit though.
I mean,
People,
Yeah,
quote
theoretically.
unquote, theoretically, if a
If,
person
if
had
anyone
that.
had one of those, yeah.
Yeah.
well, okay, so that's Candy's turn. We'll
Yep.
move on to Ikrid, and I'll be changing the HP bars while you tell me what you're doing for your turn.
Okay. So we want high impact plays, but let's try high stupidity first.
But-
Okay.
That's how we
the
roll.
Drake. Yeah, the Drake that bit me and smacked me with his tail. I'm just gonna stand up for my corpse, turn around, and in Draconic, I'm gonna say bad move, and we're gonna take an attack at him. 15
15 does hit.
for 13 damage. 3 of that's lightning, depending on what color Drake they are.
Okay, so 11 damage then, because
Uh-huh.
they are blue drakes. So, yep, lightning resistance.
Cool.
Be careful not to hit my one.
Which one is that?
Which one?
Yeah,
The friendly one.
now they're all together. They all look the same to you. You haven't known Des long enough.
Wow, okay, racist.
So
You're
we're gonna
kidding, you
stand up,
don't recognize him.
take a slash, and then we'll take the opportunity attack. I don't even care.
Okay.
We're gonna step in front of Candy here and make an attack at this first lizard folk.
The opportunity attack is a 19 to hit for 4 piercing.
All right, I take 2 piercing.
And 14 damage to the guy that Candy wounded, which wipes him clean the fuck out.
That was
Beautiful.
mine.
You just hear a grunt as he moves into his next frenzy of attacks. Ooh, a 9 that misses, and a 13.
Which also misses. So
All right,
you frenzy at this guy and just get a face full of shield.
cool. How's the 21 for my bonus action attack?
21 hits.
For 14.
Okay, that does finish him off, which
Cool.
triggers your frenzy.
So we're gonna move forward.
That was also mine.
Ooh, natural 1, then a 21.
Mm-hmm.
So 14 damage on this guy.
Yep, 14 total.
Okay.
And that wounds him, but that ends your rampage.
Copy that.
Kill
Dance's
Stealer.
Anything else
And
for your turn?
no, that will be the turn.
Excellent. Okay, so we get Bullywug's turn, and he is just going to take the opportunity to move 25 feet to here, which gets you nice and surrounded. And then he is going to try and spear you in the back. That is a 9 to hit, even with advantage.
Yeah, no.
He then follows up with a bite, which is an 11 to hit, even with advantage. Oh, good lord. Alright. You know what? Maybe I'll just drop all the bullywugs off the turn order and put X's on them. With that fucking kind of show.
Rocks fall and they die.
They are within murder distance, and I
Yeah.
can almost one-shot a lizard folk, so
Yeah.
they're not doing too hot in the living category.
I was gonna say, they might just be stepping stones for you.
Werewolf frenzy and they die.
Okay.
Yeah, Werewolf Frenzy is his way all the way back to Dan, clears the whole path for the whole room.
Might work.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so
A red
Gardrake
carpet.
is going to
Has
move
blood.
here, which gives him advantage on Dez, but I believe Dez is taking the dodge action.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so a bite for 13 to hit and a
Nope.
tail for 11 to hit, so both of those miss. So they're trying to gang up on Dez, but Dez is real squirrely.
Yeah, we've trained like this before, it's fine.
And then Zell, it is your turn.
Okay, the cool cannon is going onto the back and the great sword's coming out. And I'm going to actually hit with Great Weapon Master this time. I'm calling it now.
Okay, so you use your object interaction to put the gun away, and you don't have another to pull the greatsword out.
Right, I guess I put the expensive cannon on the floor then and drop it.
Just okay, excellent. That's
Yeet.
exactly what I wanted you to do. So you just drop the expensive cannon. Roll me dexterity.
I don't need it. I've got a
What?
sword. 9.
Okay, so you drop the cannon, bang. So just like one of the shots still loaded into the chamber goes off,
Oh my god.
blasts a hole in a nearby wall. You only now have one shell in the chamber.
That's fine. I hit it with my great sword.
So you guys just watch Zell drop this incredibly expensive magic item, just blasts a hole in a nearby wall, so he can pull out a great sword and start hacking at this thing. Yeah, 21 definitely hits.
Okay, and that's with Hunter's Mark and an infused strike. So Dez is gonna zap my sword for that much damage.
Whoa!
Okay, big hit.
Jeez!
This
I mean,
character is built for
Just
D6
put your dick
stacking.
on the table, my god.
I notice we've got a party member that is just great at killing lots and lots of minions, and then a party member that is great at killing really, really big things.
That's all you
I'm
need.
just here to talk shit.
And I open doors.
We'll get to you. You'll get here. All right, so that's 33.
Candy and Nero are just here to be
yeah.
pretty.
Which takes that chunk out of its hit point. You can see this guy's HP bar now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like half. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I do it again.
Big blubbery hide
Ooh,
that you
14.
carve really deep into. 14 just hits its armor.
Nice. Just
Whoa.
Great Weapon Master, so 24.
Oh my god.
Okay, so another 24. So you're carving like entire like sides off this thing. Like it's
Just
got
taking
a really
tentacles off.
big, thick, blubbery like hide, and you're carving really deep into it.
Good job, Zell.
And then I might as well bonus action tell Dez, look up behind you, and then he will turn around and snap at the dude behind him. Jump. 12.
Comp 12.
Hey, could the person that's in control of Dez put like a marker on Dez so that way we don't attack Dez?
I
think
could.
I think it's funnier if we do get them confused.
Yeah, I think it's funnier if you now don't know the difference because you guys in
Okay,
character
I'll
don't
do
know
that.
the
That's
difference.
funny. Sure.
Okay, 12 is not going to do it.
Damn.
So,
Okay.
whereas Dez can't hit them, they can't hit Dez. It's like they're doing that thing that animals do where they've like grappled onto each other and are just rolling around now, but no one's actually hitting anyone else. They're just kind of snapping their jaws a lot.
That's me, I believe. Yeah, it's me.
Okay.
So I have a cannon and a rabid squirrel.
Yep.
A rabid lightning squirrel that doesn't like being called a squirrel.
That's why she calls you that, though.
Okay, so Bullywogs believe there's strength in number. This guy dashes up. He can't actually attack, but he dashes up. Nero, it's your turn. I'm still working on your token.
Yeah, that's no problem. So, Nero takes a coin out of their coin purse.
Okay.
They cast darkness on it.
Oh.
Right.
And they hand it to Calliope and instruct Calliope to stay about 20 feet back from them.
I believe Calliope is their
My
familiar.
familiar, yep.
Ah.
And they start advancing out under a shroud of darkness towards the fight.
What?
Okay.
What kind of familiar is it?
You don't know because it's invisible.
Oh,
I see. A warlock one.
and invisible.
Well, under the Shroud of Darkness right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
So that's going to have dumped you off the turn order. You were at 12, were you not?
I was, yeah.
I was just
At
curious for
turn.
the cinematic brain imagery.
12. We'll bump you to the top of the list. Okay, so you used your action, so that's as far as you can move for now, right?
Yep, but I'm on my way.
Okay. I'm gonna pull the camera back from Nero's perspective and just narrate a thing that maybe Nero doesn't know because they're in a bubble of darkness, which I believe means they can't see.
Oh no, I can see through it.
Oh, okay, so you can see this. So you're in a bubble of darkness, which to everyone on the outside is a moving bubble of darkness.
It sure is.
And you can see an entire room of bullywugs peering out of a doorframe, watching a bubble of darkness go past.
Yep.
And one elbows the other, and like the audience right now sees this. You guys have no idea this is happening, but like in subtitles, one of them goes, "Are you gonna do anything about that?" And the other one turns to him and goes, "Fuck off, dude. You do something about that." And the one nearest to the door closes it, as in like, "Not my fucking problem. Not my circus. Not my monkeys." Thump.
I'm proud of that Bollywug.
It just seems like Nero was like, opens the door, hey guys, check this out.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of like, damn, the party aren't here to appreciate this fucking 400 IQ play. I'm gonna get me an audience. And then the Bollywug was like, yeah, very impressive. We're just gonna go back to our game of Cluedo. Thanks.
Cluedo specifically.
Cluedo specifically.
They're all
What
trying
is
to
that?
figure out how to play Cluedo right now.
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
Cluedo?
Because yeah, the instruction manual is in a language from another realm of existence, and they don't understand it.
I think Cluedo is our localized version of Clue.
Yes.
It's the one where murder happens and you have to work it out with
Yeah,
cards.
It's a
and
it's a
dice.
murder
Yeah.
mystery game,
It's
but
just
we
Clue
don't
over
call
here.
it Clue. We just call it we call it Cluedo. Anyway, localization aside, that's your turn, right, Nero?
It is, yeah. I'm just seeing if okay, yeah, familiar isn't gonna do anything. And that is all she wrote.
Excellent. So we get a spear attack on Ikrid from our latest bullywug.
Ingrid.
No, not Ingrid. Even with advantage, no, it's not with advantage. Sorry, but it's a 7 and a 12. Like
You know.
they just. This is a fairly typical scene of like a bunch of creatures trying to fend off a werewolf, where like the weapons are just doing nothing. Like they're stabbing at him, but it's just hitting the hide and not going in. Okay, so then we got a lizard folk who, like, this guy thinks he's Billy Badass. He rocks up without a shield. He's got a giant heavy club, which he brings down on you for a 23 to hit for a whole 4 bludgeoning damage.
On who? Ikrid?
On Ikrid, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So again, like, they're
Take
really...
2 damage.
So they're really going at you. And, like, again, it's typical movie scene. Like, he smashes you full in the face with this giant hunk of wood. Your head snaps to the side, and, like, the tiniest trickle of blood comes down your chin. Like, a drop at best.
All that for a drop of blood.
Which, because he's a lizard folk, drives him into a frenzy, and he tries to bite at your chin, which, you're a werewolf, you're way too fast. And he rolled a 6, which is a 2 on the die. So, like, he just snaps at open air, like an idiot. Alright, so that's his ineffectual turn. This lizard folk is, in fact, dead. So, onto the guard drake. That guard drake attacked Ikrid, and Ikrid, like, fled. So...
Ikrid bashed it and then walked away.
Yeah, slightly confused, but there's an Otyugh really nearby, which gives this thing the fucking willies. So it's gonna move, like, decently away from the Otyugh, which puts it right next to Candy, which it then tries to bite.
Rude.
So that's a 7 to hit, because of course it is, and a 23 to hit with the tail. So it bludgeons you, like, across the back of the legs, like a dog running past you with a stick that's too big, for a whole 4 bludgeoning damage.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that for 2.
God damn, you guys are taking no damage!
Because we're sick.
Apparently.
Because I'm petty.
Yeah. I thought this would be a really big encounter. When I saw all the mobs on this map, I was like, oh no, can they take all this?
It's
You
a
guys
big encounter. Not a very hard one.
Okay, Zell. Alright.
Wow.
Blaze just going for the dragon stat block.
BRB solos your boss.
Alright, let's
Each monster does a legendary action.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see when we get to
We
that.
are at the edge of the mirror, so like Frieza could show up at any time and just end this little adventure.
That's true.
Okay, so this bullywog similarly runs up with a spear, stabs at you, bites at you, nothing. You're not even feeling it. That's to you, Ikrid. We've got one last dude. Like, they're just genuinely fucking surrounding you at this point. Similar sort of
Yes.
thing. Bite, spear. The bite was a nat 1, so fucking nothing. A 16 on the 17 on the spear, which is as high as they've rolled so far. Still not beating your fucking armor class.
No.
Just
As they surround me and they pack in around me, blood and intestines dripping from my maw, you just hear me say, "Good. Come meet your end."
I'm just gonna start slowly backing out of the room.
Yeah, Candy was debating helping, and now after that, she's like, okay, I'm gonna fight the dragons.
Alright, so...
Yeah, you've seen boxers punch drunk before. Yeah, this is a blood drunk werewolf. It's a good time.
I mean,
Yeah,
hey, Candy's
so-
drunk too.
Oh my god. Your AC's gone up by 1, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, my AC is a 19 now.
Okay, so
Oh my
the
God.
wounded one stabs at you with a javelin and then tries to backhand you with a shield and rolls a 12 and an 18. And again, you're just not taking any fucking damage. You're getting absolutely battered from all sides. And, like, so far, one's hit you and drawn a single drop of blood.
I feel like a raid boss right now. I feel pretty good.
I'm noticing. I can't wait till it gets to your turn and you just chain kill them all.
Or get 2 or 3 nat 1s in a row. Don't get a single kill and just sit there and pout.
I was gonna say that there's the possibility it goes that way. Okay, so this guy can't even get to you and just hucks a spear into the mix, which is a 10 to hit, so fucking nothing. And then the Otyugh is gonna keep trying to eat Zell. It's getting pretty wounded and is upset about that, but it still wants to eat you. So that is a 12 to hit, a 9 to hit, and a 21 to hit.
Oof, that'll do it.
Okay. So you take 10 piercing damage, and then you need to make me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw against disease.
Can he get diseased?
Oh, I might be immune.
You might be
I
immune,
think
I'm not
most
sure.
are immune to disease.
Is it that one? Immune
If
to
it can be
disease.
diseased, that'd be stupid.
Yeah, immune to disease. Third
Yeah,
one.
you're immune to disease. Okay, so yeah, no effect on you whatsoever. Of course, you're the perfect party member. To be taking this on. Like, designed from the ground up to fuck this encounter in the ass. So just keep
Don't
going.
worry, boys. I'll fight the shit
Wow.
monster.
Thanks.
Yep.
I mean, you don't have a nose, so it's fair.
Zell is the Krillin of the group.
I do have nasal sensors though, and they're not happy.
He's more useful though. Look how much he's killed that thing.
Krillin was useful in the early days. All right, so a bite and a tail coming at Dez, and not hitting a fucking 17. Actually, no, sorry,
Well, 17
advantage
does
because the other guard Drake. No, I said not hitting a 17.
Oh.
One of them is a 24 for 11 piercing damage. The other was a 14. So finally, one of them gets a good chomp in on Dez.
Candy, can you help out Desperado?
I
point at Desperado with an offhand.
Andy, it's your turn.
Yeah, I mean, you're pointing in this general direction. That's where all of them are.
Yeah, there's 4 guard Drakes,
like-
and you're looking at them going, which one?
Like this.
Got a 1 in 4 chance, please.
I was gonna help the squirrel guy, but he kind of is going crazy, and then I was gonna help him, but then this thing bit me, so I'm stabbing the thing that bit me because I'm like, well, this can't be Des.
Okay, yep, that hits.
And I should get sneak attack on that.
Ooh, nice.
He is the only thing within 5
Just
feet of me.
swashbuckler.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's 21.
And he's still
So,
alive?
A good stab, yep. That hits
God damn.
for further
Bye.
5. Alright, you viciously wounded the thing. It whimpers and crackles with lightning. Doesn't look like it's backing off, though. It really just wants to eat you.
Setting up the
Um,
kill steal.
Oh,
I'm
God.
gonna move to here.
Okay, you can fully move away from that thing, because now you've attacked it. If you want to, you could just go anywhere you want.
Yes, but I'm just trying to give Des the
Ah,
advantage.
Yeah, fair enough. Yep, that makes sense.
Because I still need to kill this thing. There's nowhere for me to go.
Yeah,
My
fair.
turn. Gosh.
Okay. Icrid, time for you to fuck up my entire encounter.
Yeah. All right. So the lizard folk that actually drew blood. Yeah, he's the first victim. 15.
Oh, no. The lizard folk that drew blood is this guy.
Oh, okay.
The,
Well,
the
he can be
wounded
the next
one
victim.
is the one that stabbed at you with the spear and shield and did fuck all. 15 does hit. That is his armor class.
All right, so that's 12 damage.
He dies immediately.
Yeah.
Mm.
I just reach out grip my grip my claws through his larynx, and I rip out his fucking esophagus.
Okay.
Okay.
That's brutal.
And then this lizard folk here that stabbed me, I'm gonna fucking punch it in the nose. 15 again.
Yep, 15 hits.
15 damage.
He is immediately dead.
Yeah, just collapses fucking skull.
Yeah, like his face crumples with the impact of the fist.
All right, now this bullywug up in the top right corner. 13 to hit.
13 is not good enough to hit. They have shields, and this guy takes it on the shield. So it's like a thud against the shield, and it doesn't quite crash through.
All right, hit him with the 1-2. No, that's supposed to be unarmed. 26 to hit.
Okay, 26 super hits.
So 13 damage on that.
Okay, you he had the shield up. You reach round and just like carve into him, and he just drops like a.
Yeah, first impact hits the shield and disintegrates it. Second one punches right through his fucking sternum.
Yep, sack of gelatin just hits the deck.
13, you said doesn't hit.
Does not hit.
25 second attack
Yep, that hits.
for 12 damage.
12. Okay, that's enough. That kills him.
Jeez. All right. Now, bottom bullywug. 14 to hit.
14 is not quite good enough.
All right. Second attack. 10 to hit.
Oh,
Now, I haven't used my bonus action attack this entire frenzied rampage.
No, you haven't. But this might break the
Okay.
chain. All right,
21?
21 hits. Yep.
For, just 9.
9, and that breaks the chain, my friend, as he survives. Just. You thrash around and kill, like, what, 4 people in 6 seconds? And this guy is the last to take a hit and is still on his feet with the widest eyes you've ever seen. Like, the 2 remaining bullywugs may as well be shitting themselves.
Yeah, that was 5, by the way.
Yep.
All righty. And that's gonna do. I'm just looking at this bullywug. Huh. You survive.
Unlikely. All right.
And that's the turn.
I'm
Damn it.
guessing, yeah, Bullywug dead. So he can
Wish I
go
could do
off
more
on-
damage.
Are you fucking kidding?
What?
I need more numbers. More. Give me more.
What
Okay.
are you?
He's a werewolf.
Oh, that explains it.
Dangerous.
He's a blood hunter, but with, I don't know if you saw the magic items, with the beast's leash.
Oh, no, I did not.
He's a squirrel.
Angry squirrel, that makes
Yep.
a lot of sense.
Yeah, Blaze gave me frenzied attacks
I did.
to trigger on kill.
It was a mistake.
Not a great idea.
Oh, it's a wonderful idea.
I generally scale my players up and then make the encounters more difficult. This is the rank and file, but don't worry, there'll be harder things around the corner. We'll challenge you guys yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
but if he gets the last kill on the last thing and he has to attack, and
Oh,
we're the only
no.
things around him.
You can read the description. I can, instead of attacking an ally, just go into a blood frenzy, devouring a corpse.
Yeah, he has to meet the corpse. Which
We should make him kill the ship monster. Holy shit!
I was going to say,
Yeah.
there are things that if he starts eating like the Otiug, bad time for him.
Mm.
Just going to say, it's not a pure benefit. You can choose to devour a corpse, but there are corpses in this place that you don't want to eat.
Mm.
Yes. And I don't believe, I'm going to have to reread Blood Hunter, but I don't think we get any disease resistance of any kind.
No, you don't.
No, not right off the bat anyway.
Okay, so our Guardrake rolls an 8 and a nat 1 to hit, but I believe he has advantage against Dez.
Yes.
Right, so that's actually a 24 to hit, and he hits Dez for 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm.
But that's all at him. And Zell, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna sunder this fucking ship monster. You already know what time it is. 15. That's a hit, right?
That is indeed a hit.
And Dez, while he's getting wailed on, is gonna use his reaction to zap my sword as it goes through. And that and Hunter's Mark for a big
Is
old
there
bat.
not a range on that? Is he like zapping?
It's like 30 feet, yeah. So he's just in range.
So he's only just in range. So there's arcs of lightning going from Dez while Dez is fighting for his life into Zell's sword.
For 29 damage.
29 damage. All right. So
Only 29?
You carve into this thing and it nearly fells it then and there. It's a grievous injury, but this thing is still coming and like shuddering all of its tentacles at you. It's got eyes in the tentacles, by the way, and they all turn on you, Zell, looking very angry.
Okay, I don't need the Great Weapon Master this, do I? Pop. Pop for that much damage, 14.
Okay, that definitely hits. As it turns the eyes on you, you just know exactly what to do, because it's baring its teeth. You just shove the greatsword up into its mouth, and then just thrust up through the top of the skull. You hear the crunch and the pop. You're pretty sure you just severed the brainstem.
Nice, okay. And then I'm gonna run over here and use my bonus action to pop 15 on the Godric.
Which you can do because you made a kill. 15
Yes.
will hit.
Nice. For not ignore Hunter's Mark, 22 damage.
Okay.
Damn. Godric's tanky, fuck. That's me. Also, get off
Yeah.
my bed.
Guardrace can take a hit, which was why I was worried that like this is a big encounter. This could like an Otiug, 3 Guardrakes, a horde of bullywugs and lizardfolk. You guys are really in danger. Nope. How much damage have I done to you guys?
You have done 4 points of damage to me so far.
14
Two.
to me, 11 to Dez.
I'm fine.
Damage to me.
We don't even know you're here yet.
Speaking of I'm fine, Nero, it's your turn.
Got run 25 feet to here.
Uh-huh.
Because that's as far as I can run. And I'm gonna drop an Eldritch Blast right into the back of this thing.
Okay. That's the bullywug that like hucked its spear. Like it's not even in the fray. It just hucked its spear at the werewolf and was like, "Yeah, oh, this isn't going too well." So his body language is like he's thrown his weapon and he's turning towards you, Nero, as the Eldritch Blast goes off to flee.
All he sees is just this like kind of moving, like bellowing cloud of just black darkness, and these two like kind of yellow beams just zip zip come out, and let's see, not
Nice.
Of course, it's an immediate nat 20.
Shows up and that 20
12
is a drum.
damage.
He
That
refuses
knife
to elaborate.
edge.
How much was that total?
12 points of damage.
Okay, so you freeze a finger laser straight through him, just straight through his face. Just
Sweet.
like there's just a hole.
And yeah, I'll just take out the one behind him as well.
Alright, yeah, fire again.
Because, God is great. 25 to hit.
Nearly a nat 20 again. That guy has 2 HP, I believe.
7 hit
Damn.
points.
He
Yep,
has
7
no
hit
HP.
points. He has no HP. So you you finger laser like twice in rapid succession and just bam bam. They're just gone.
He's finger banging him.
And yeah, I mean, just for good, let's see, 40. Oh god, no, like I'm way out. Yeah, no, I think that'll do for my turn.
Yeah.
Like I could get like another 30 feet closer, but like they're not in trouble.
They're not, and you just took out 2 of them.
Yeah,
God, you guys are effective. Okay.
yeah, fuck the main party. These guys
What
kill.
about the main party?
No, that's not the way this works. Okay,
No, we botched the
he's-
encounter against the fucking pit fiend in our main campaign. Oh no.
Oh no, I wonder if we'll make it out alive.
Actually, I think we're doing okay.
We'll be fine.
I'm sure.
okay.
The orb's got charges.
So it's Lizard Folk's turn. He is gonna stab at Ikrid. Yeah, he doesn't like this is the guy that came up with the heavy club and dealt like 2 points of damage to you. So he's gonna continue with the heavy club action because that at least nope.
Oh, he's dead.
Huh?
He's dead.
No, this guy has 22 hit points.
That was the second person that I attacked and killed.
Yeah, you said Bullywug for your second one.
No, I said this lizard folk, and then I was wrong because he wasn't the one that hit me. Then I hit this one, and then bullywug, bullywug, bullywug.
Oh, you changed your mind. Oh, I continue like I thought
I
you were
did-
continuing to go for the weakened guy so you could proc your frenzy.
I killed the weakened guy first with 1 attack, and then
Right.
reset my frenzy, hit this guy with 2 attacks. He died. Reset frenzy, 2 attacks died. Reset frenzy, 2 attacks died. Reset frenzy, 2 attacks lived.
I remember you attacking the bullywog, but that guy's health hasn't moved.
This was the second person that I attacked. We can go back and we can count the rolls, but this guy is dead.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not. I'm good at keeping track of this. I don't know where the
man.
miscommunication is here, but he's
I
like the
explicitly
last.
called it out. It was 2 lizard folks first, and then all the bullywugs.
Right? No, but you wanted to attack this guy first, and then I said, "But that's not the guy that attacked you," and you were like, "Oh right, okay."
I said, "Oh, never mind then. Yeah, we're gonna get we're gonna proc the frenzy because this guy's
Yeah.
on low HP." And then the very next series of attacks was against the other lizard folk that did the damage to him. And then once he died, I moved on to the bullywugs.
It'll be gone in a turn, it's fine.
I was pretty sure you moved on to the bullywugs.
Incorrect. But however you want to rule it.
I mean, I would have taken his HP away. So I might have done it wrong, but from what I understand, you attacked the bullywugs because they were weakest to keep the frenzy going for as long as you could.
No. I did
All right.
lizard folk first, then bullywugs.
Well, my mistake. We'll continue on. He made an attack at you. It completely whiffed. So he's been completely ineffectual regardless. He does still get a bite, which still completely ineffectual. And then we're on to the guard drake that is trying to fend off Candy right now. That thought he was attacking her and is getting stabbed very rapidly to death. He's going to make a bite attack for 17 to hit against Candy.
That hits.
Okay, 11 piercing damage.
I'm an uncanny dodge thing.
Okay, so you take 5. He follows up with a tail attack, but that is a 15 to hit, which is not quite your armor class. Right, we've got the guard drake trying to take on Dez. It's still kind of locked in a grapple with Dez right now, so it's not reacting to Zell. It makes a bite attack and a tail attack at Dez for a 15 to hit, and then a nat 20 on the tail attack for, get this, 5 whole damage.
Woo!
Oof.
So it's thrashing around real hard, but like the grapple between two creatures, they can't actually get much damage on each other. It's mostly just thrashing and rolling around in a pile. Candy, it is your turn.
I am stabbing the Drake again.
Okay. 14 is their armor class.
Oh.
11 piercing is not quite enough to kill it.
And then offhand. And miss.
That is a wild miss. Did you have sneak attack on that? And
No, I
you
don't
didn't,
because
you moved
there's
around.
2. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okie dokie. Icrid.
Alrighty, let's kill this guy again.
Yeah, that checks out. I mean, he's
So-
definitely dead now. I'm not going to bother add up hit points. That's a fucking dead guy right there.
Right hand through his chest, left hand back to back with my right hand, and just pull him in half.
Jesus Christ. All right. Viscera everywhere. That definitely triggers your frenzy.
Oh, we're gonna run up, and much to Candy's displeasure, we're going to rip the head off that guard drake. 15,
Yeah, that hits.
I mean, that's an advantage if you want it.
12 damage. Oh fuck yeah, I'll roll for the crit. Just a 20.
It was already long dead. All right, that deceases that guard drake.
Deceased, and then now new guard drake. Probably just another crit.
It was a regular anyway, because you don't
Yeah.
have flanking on it.
Oh no, but I get all of my attacks back.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how his frenzy works. He gets to make a whole.
Jesus.
That's how we
new
killed
set
like
of
5
multi-attacks.
things in a go.
Yeah.
This entire thing could just be Basker.
I mean,
Only versus small things.
yeah. Zell solid the Otiug.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
shot 2 frogs.
You did.
That's more
And
kills than I got in this
Open the
combat.
door.
Okay, so 3, 14, 17, 18.
So that's 36 regular damage, and then 5 lightning. Oh, 6 lightning. So 3. So
So
39 total.
Yeah, 3. Okay. You don't quite kill the guard drake.
Copy that.
You descend on it and deal a lot of damage. It is yelping and flailing, but you don't quite kill it in one. Alright, is that your turn?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, well, the guard drake that Candy and you have beset on. Actually, no, that's not the one Candy attacked, is it? The one you murdered was the one Candy attacked. He is going to bite back at you for a... Okay. Nat 20 on you, Icrid.
Hey!
So that's 11 piercing damage.
Alrighty.
And then a 19 to hit, follow up for 5 with the tail. So this guy's given as good as he gets. He's not going down without a fight.
Yeah, he's done the most damage to me of anything else in this entire encounter.
He has indeed. Zell, it is your turn.
I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna greatsword this dude that's sandwiched between me and Desperado, and I might as well Great Weapon Master it. Bam, 19.
19 hits.
And sure, it's not going to do a lot of damage, but I'll take an infused strike on that for some lucky damage. 21. No, there, 23.
22. One
Rounds down
damage.
to 1, right?
1 damage halved, rounded down, is 0.
Okay, sure. 20 damage then. How's he doing? 22 damage.
He is alive, but is paying much more attention to you than Des now.
Okay, that's good. 12.
Yeah, the next great sword attack thunks into the floor, as once you have his attention, he knows to get out of the way of the next one.
Okay, well, Des, I'm gonna, he knows what to do. He's gonna, as my bonus action, he's gonna strike at him. He's gonna bite at his tail. 16.
16 does hit.
For 5.
Okay.
Dead? No!
Not quite. Magic pixel health.
No. That's me.
Okay. Nero.
Okay. I'm going to run to here.
Excellent.
Dash. Did I get descriptions for these people?
Yeah, you did. They were very rushed. It was a tiefling woman, a kobold, which you don't see,
Yep.
and a construct guy with a lizard.
You also don't see a tiefling woman.
Oh god, yeah, because you're currently disguised as a lizard folk. So yeah, no, you. So you got the description of a construct with like a draconic pet. You see 3 draconic pets alive, currently 1 dead. A lizard folk with a bunny backpack, and a werewolf with some scales on it. So fucking
I mean,
yep. Bad information all round. The big clue is that this is the castle you're supposed to be at. You're supposed to be infiltrating it, and these idiots are fighting things, which gives you the impression these are the guys you're here to meet, but they don't look like the descriptions you were given.
the only person I have a shot of being able to recognize as the construct, I cannot see the construct. If I had an action, I would Eldritch Blast one of them.
But you don't.
I don't have an action because I dashed.
Excellent, good. Okay. Well, that leads us on to the guard drake's turn, who is desperately wounded and is going to try and kill Zell. That's a 16 to hit and the 9 to hit. I'm pretty sure neither of those are close. Alright, that leads us on to Candy's turn.
I'm gonna stab the thing.
Okay, you have advantage because of Dez, so that's a 23, and that definitely hits.
And I also get sneak attack.
You do, which kills it. So you sink your dagger into it and just, like, you hit a vital point and it just goes limp.
Have I seen either of these attack recently?
You see Zell having
We've
hit
both-
this one.
Yeah, we've both dunked on that one.
Okay, then I'm gonna offhanded.
Okay, well, that super hits.
No, it doesn't. My offhand sucks!
It doesn't matter at 3 hit points. 5 is enough. So, with that, you cleave the last hostile unless Nero is going to start attacking the party.
Well, I look at this one and I'm holding my daggers like I'm ready
No,
to
no, no, no,
fight,
no,
but then...
no.
Okay, okay.
Good job.
I put my daggers away.
Well, I'll drop us off the turn order. Alright, so fighting seems to have come to a close, Nero. You're still in a big black ball of darkness, though.
I am.
So none of the party can see you, but from the party's perspective, there is now a big, like, ball of darkness that you can't see through coming down the hall.
I pick up my cannon and I load in 3 more shots again.
What color?
Blue again, because I
Okay.
don't want to keep track of that.
So, I'm guessing the leader is not upstairs.
Well, he might be. Might have just tried to bait us into the guard. It worked. Not very well for them, but it did work.
I could for sure hear them talking about this, right?
Oh, yeah. Like, they're not even trying to be subtle about it. They took the stealth approach of, if no one's alive to have seen us, then it was stealthy.
Yeah.
I guess Zell's just gonna start, like, throwing bodies into the moat.
Oh my god.
Ikrit's going to be investigating this black speck.
Spec.
I'm gonna step to. So yeah, the black wall's now right in front of you. I'm gonna telepathically tell Calliope to clasp their hands fully around the coin, which will, for the moment, drop the darkness.
Okay, so the black orb just... Then you can see the hallway as normal, and there's a halfling there.
and it's eyeing you suspiciously.
Yeah, this is probably a good time for me to ask. Would you describe your character as Nero right now, Dan?
Yeah, sure. So what you're looking at as a halfling, about a little bit over 3 feet tall, with kind of lightly tanned skin, sort of like mostly like brown hair, but with like a couple of like long black streaks in it. They're wearing quite kind of like rustic homespun clothing, including this sort of like red sleeveless vest, kind of going over chainmail armor. They are spinning a spear in one hand and have a shield strapped to their arm. And yeah, I think. Oh, yeah, the arm that's strapped to the shield is definitely not a halfling arm.
What kind
Yeah.
of arm is it?
It's kind of it looks like it's made of stone. It looks like it's made of like just white marble. And it starts kind of like, well, it starts at the elbow because their sleeve is like rolled up past the elbow. And you can see like there are like kind of like marble cracks close to the elbow, and like these kind of like gold veins sort of flooding through the marble, and kind of like jagged pointed golden clawed nails.
And what is Nero being presented with in terms of Icrid right now? Because Dan wasn't here for the description of original Icrid or what Icrid is now in this form.
Okay. So standing in front of you, so like it's a 9.5 foot tall werewolf
Oh, that's
that whose so the center of their body is covered in scales with like little patches of fur tufting through it, and then the limbs are scaled out until like the elbow, where now the forelimbs are all furry and typical werewolf like.
mm-hmm.
The head is partially scaled and partially furred in some kind of an interesting amalgamation of reptilian and canine, and it's sniffing the air as it approaches your darkness bubble. And on its back there is a spear like stuck in a holster with a shield bolted to the side, and the fur, the maw, everything about this creature is absolutely caked in viscera, like
Yeah.
full BioWare aftermath.
Yeah.
Just
And behind him is Zell and Des. Give a short description of Zell and Des for us, Niles.
Very lanky robot man. He's pretty broad up top, but like his arms and legs are pretty skinny. He's got like a lot of like heavy like clothes on, like a lot of cloth, a lot of fur. He's got a hood up. He's got like a headpiece like thing, and like on the faceplate of it is just like one big central eye, glows blue. And then to his left is little Desperado, a little Godric looking thing, a little blue, scaly, friendly spark sometimes.
And then what does Candy currently look like?
5'5" lizard folk with a small bunny backpack, some things on the belt, and little colorful band-aids scattered over the skin because a couple wounds. Modern clothes
Alright.
that don't fit here.
Oh, so the modern clothes stayed when she
Yeah.
Okay. So a lizard folk, but wearing like a t-shirt and tights?
T-shirts, leggings, corset.
Right.
belt with potions, bunny backpack, band-aids.
I'm kind of like holding the chroma cannon, and I'm not like pointing at you, but like it's like ready, just in case. I'm gonna go. We're with the inspection team. Who are you?
Does the inspection team mean anything to me?
No. That shit that these guys came up with, that is nothing to do with the plan or what Furnace told you at all.
What is it,
Okay, sorry.
Icrid?
What? Who told me?
Furnace.
Okay, and what did they tell me?
That you were supposed to be infiltrating this castle with like a team of a construct, a kobold, and a tiefling. God damn it. Because that's what Furnace saw!
Yep.
The construct with the lizard, you see it now. Like so, one of the three is a-okay. The other two, you have no idea.
Yeah.
And then in response to Candy, Icrid calls out, "It's a halfling." And then he sniffs you. Who are you?
Nero kind of just stands still and lets the sniffing happen. I kind of licks their lower lip and says,
You like my lower lip?
yeah. They just climb your whole 9-foot body, grab your maw, and go, ah!
You can make out
Lord.
later. We
No,
need to find this crown.
No. They lick their own lower lip and go, Nero.
Don't mind him. He's inspecting you.
Sure. I think I'm looking for you. Because I recognize the description of you and your pet. But I was told that you were traveling with a kobold and a tiefling, and that's some kind
you are
of
with the inspection team.
hybrid dog person, and that's a lizard. So, is that your pet, or is the other one your pet? Or are they both your pets?
No, the other one is out of control. My one's very well trained.
I
Sure.
point at Icrid and say kobold, and point at myself and say tiefling.
Oh, sweetie, you're quite clearly a lizard folk. What, bud?
You-
And they just start ignoring you and kind of like turn their head and go, "For real? Actually? Okay, no, sure, you're a tiefling and you are a kobold. That's... There you go."
So, anyway, let's get going.
We've got time for introductions, don't we?
That was the introduction. And I start leaving.
Did you kill the ones at the entrance? Or did they let you in?
Did I kill anything at the entrance, Blaze?
No, you just snuck past.
No, I just walked right past them.
Interesting.
Like, as you walked past, there was a lizard folk eating a guy, like a human guy, and a load of bullywugs standing around kind of scratching their heads, and you just kind of shifted through, and they were all too busy, like, being confused with the guy being eaten by the lizard folk to pay any attention to you.
Shockingly easy to do, if I'm honest. But sure, like, I think we're here to do something, so I'm here to help.
Well, we were giving intel on it's either a crown or a mask.
Do I believe the halfling? Because they've just shown up out of nowhere. I don't know that Icrid wouldn't be at least somewhat suspicious. They did have our descriptions.
You can be suspicious, but also, like, out of your peripheral vision, you notice Candy has pulled a Batman and is just gone.
Yeah, that tracks.
But if Nero would like to make a persuasion check and you would like to make an insight check, we can let the dice decide how suspicious you are.
Whoa.
Okay, with a 26 insight, you can tell they're telling the truth. Like, it's too convenient that they showed up with your descriptions. And, like, furthermore, like, you saw the black bubble, and, like, you were the one that saw the laser beams come out of it and kill the grung.
Yeah.
So, Sorry, bullywogged. I keep confusing the two.
Very well. Come, it seems Candy has disappeared. And Icarus will
Sure.
turn around and start walking back into the room.
So Daryl will get up next to the Warforged and go, it's like, what's everyone's names?
The charming lizard folk lady who's tiefling.
Oh no, that's
And-
Tiefling, yeah.
That's Candy. The small, large, scaly man.
Yep,
Icrid.
gotcha.
I am designated H4ZL, and this is my loving companion, Desperado.
Right. H4ZL, you go by something a little bit easier to remember.
Well, they've taken to calling me Zell, which I'm fine with.
Zell. Yeah, that'll do, Zell. Okay. Sure, let's go do the thing.
Certainly. And then scoot off.
So, is this are any of these doors open?
They're not open. All of the red doors are currently closed.
Do we
Uh-huh.
care to see what's at the top of the stairs that the Odiug was guarding?
I mean, it smells like shit. If you want to go that way, you can.
I mean, if
I
you
do
want,
not.
if you want, I can just give me a sec. And they just kind of like look towards the stairs. And I'm going to send Calliope to go have a quick look.
Okay.
Oh, well, now that's convenient.
I mean, you
What's
guys still
convenient?
can't see it; it's still invisible.
Oh, well, then I don't say a damn thing.
That's inconvenient.
That's super inconvenient.
Alright. I will get to telling you what is on the second floor there. Candy, did you say something?
No.
Okay. A lot of crosstalk. I thought I heard you say something, but that's fair enough. So
I think she was just telling me to walk into the shit room if I wanted to see what was up there.
Well, I was responding to the fact that it was invisible, so I said, "What's convenient?" But then you
Yeah.
retconned it, so.
okay. So I'm sorry. I've got so many windows open. I'm a bit slow with this one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm trying to figure out if like the stairs are open here. I think they are, so you can just fly up there and you find like it's a tower above. There's an entire like another floor to the castle up here.
Yep.
And the second floor. Come on, Roll20, work with me. Is like really rotted away on the floor, so there's large holes where the floorboards are just gone and have dropped into the muck below.
Mm-hmm.
There is a single locked trunk up there, so like a obviously like trunk with a big like lock on the front. It's closed.
Mm-hmm.
Some stone steps that wind around, and a trapdoor at the top of those steps with a latch with a simple wooden turn button on it.
Alrighty, I will relay that to the party as we're walking along.
There are no people up there?
Not that Nero is relating.
Is there anything invisible up there within 60 feet of Calliope?
No.
Cool. In that case, then we'll be like, no, nothing up there. Just that stuff, what I said, latched or anything.
Well, we need to find the leader, so it's not going to help us.
Sure.
Leader of the Paladins here seems to have information that we need.
Either the
How did you
Paladins
do
or
that?
the Grun's leader.
Oh, I have a friend, and yeah, let's go find the leader and put it to the sword and dagger.
Well, no,
and gun.
no.
Claw.
We don't kill
No?
them. We need to get the teleportation command word thingy from them.
Oh, okay.
It's the information about the mask / crown that we need from the Paladin leader, and the
Righto.
Grung leader. We need the command word for the teleportation circle.
Also,
Yeah,
curiously, We haven't seen any grunts.
That is
So-
true. The information might have been bad.
Yeah,
Those were absolutely bollywogs. I mean,
they're all bullywogs when you were told grungs.
genuinely, any idiot who's been outside for more than 5 minutes knows the difference between a grung and a bullywug. So,
I mean, they're all frogs. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open this door.
Well, given this guy's information, lucky if we're in the right castle.
Okay, you open the door. There is a spiral staircase in that room.
Are you guys good to keep going? Do you want to break?
oh, I'm doing fine.
Well, I was more talking to the
I mean,
robot.
Desperado got a bit dinged up, but I can keep going.
Oh,
Also, for shits and giggles, we can't see Desperado's health bar, please.
There you go.
Oh,
if you got 10 minutes, I can patch you all up if you like. I got a little bit of healing magic.
sure,
That would be
you can
wonderful.
rest in here.
You're a very convenient addition.
Yeah, I mean, imagine how much more helpful if I would have been if the guy who doesn't know the difference between a grung and a bullywug gave me the right time, and I showed up with the rest of you.
Well, not much was different. You just missed one small fight with a bunch of lizard folk, but
Fair enough.
and he gestures to the gore. Half of this is them.
Ah, well, yeah, fair enough then.
I'm gonna
Um,
close the door and sit down for a short rest.
okay. And I believe that is time because it is 10:11. So let's just go ahead and say you can start your short rest, but I'll leave the results of the short rest for next session.
Bitch.